Here we go. We're live, folks. Oh my goodness. We are live on the internet. Live from my office. As the Oilers are about to go up against the Utah Mammoth. The Oilers desperate for a win. And it's got to be in regulation too. Look at that sub count, right? It's crazy how much the channel has grown in even just the last month and a half. Oilers still in the playoff hunt? They are actually. It's funny. They're fairly comfortable right now in a playoff spot because of just how bad the Pacific Division is. We'll take a look at it. But if you take a look here, so they're third in the Pacific. They have a 4-point gap on the Kings, although the Kings do have one game in hand. But they're still hanging in. San Jose's fallen off, though. So San Jose's probably going to lose today. They're losing 5-1, I think, to Nashville. But as long as Edmonton maintains their distance over the Kings, they're probably going to be in. It's just how bad this division is. The Pacific Division is terrible. Hey, what's going on, Justin? All right, I got to make sure I start getting everyone here. Francisco, what's going on? Kyle, Sean, OG Savage, welcome back. Alive Bang, welcome back. Good to see you again. Maniacs, how are you? What happens if Jarry sells? Then we'll have a very fun stream and a lot of conversations to have in the fan reaction. What's going on, Boosh for Norris? Good to see you again. Nerd, how are you? Andrew, how are you? Gordon, how are you? Fleecy, what's going on, my friend? LA's up 1-0 on Calgary. Yep. What's going on, Brandel? Good to see you again. Wade, how are you? Hey, what's going on, Katrina? Good to see you. Let's go, Oilers. Liam. We lose, it's over, rip. No losing tonight. We've been losing too much lately. They got to get back on track here. What's up, Savage? What's up, Spider-Man? The boys are going to lock in. Also, friendly reminder, if Adam Henrique scores a goal, that is 10 gifted memberships. Just throwing that out there. 10 gifted memberships if Adam Henrique scores a goal. I'm continuing until he does. He has not scored since October 23rd. If injuries continue, oh God, no. Please don't. Also, this is the lineup for tonight. Podkolzin with McDavid and Savoy, Roslovic with Nugent-Hopkins and Zach Hyman. I would prefer Savoy, McDavid, Hyman. I don't think Hyman works well with Nuge together. I just don't think these two are a good pair. I think Hyman works well with McDavid. Savoy works well. I would probably have Hyman up there and Podkolzin down on this line, but again, Szymanski, Dickinson, Kapanen, Jones, Henrique, Jarventi, and then James Hamblin was called up on emergency basis. I don't think he's getting into the lineup, but they have called up James Hamblin from Bakersfield. You have Ekholm with Bouchard, Nurse with Murphy, Wallman with Emerson, and then Spencer Stastny is the odd man out. Tristan Jarry getting the start. So, yeah, some interesting times here. Interesting lineup. I'm not sure. They called him up, but they never specified why. Rangers had 9 shots versus the Senators yesterday. Oh my God, I saw that. That's horrible. That's horrible. Why not Clattenburg? I think they're trying to get Clattenburg back up to speed. He missed a couple months due to a hand injury, so I think they just want to make sure that he's getting back into game shape down there. What's going on, Matthew? Jarvis says hi. Hey, Jarvis. Yeah, we need Dark Jarry to lock in tonight. Dark Jarry, lock in. Frederick will rebound when he returns. He needs this time off. I think, depending on what the injury is, I don't know what happened to Trent Frederick. Still have no idea what the heck happened. Hey, what's going on, Canadian Ginger? Thanks for the live stream, and let's hope the boys show up. I hope so. Would I rather have Seth Jarvis on our team or Sebastian Aho? Probably Seth Jarvis. Sebastian Aho is really good too. Can you get Lazar's jersey if he gets a hat trick because Janmark is out? No. The deal this season was Janmark. So I don't know. I can't change it. I can't change it up. I mean, I'll get a Trent Frederick jersey if he also gets a hat trick. So whenever Trent Frederick comes back, I'll get his jersey if he gets a hat trick. Tuning in from Millwoods. Good evening. I am pumped up. I'm also pumped up, Dolo. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back. Would I rather have Wallstead or Binnington? Not even a question. Yeah, Jesper Wallstead is who I would want right now. Spiffy beard. Yeah, I trimmed it. I can feel a Henrique legacy game tonight. What happens if Henrique gets a hat trick? Could you imagine? Disappointed the Sharks fell apart, but I guess they need another player too. By the way, who's the favorite to win the number 1 draft pick? I think Vancouver's the favorite right now to win the draft lottery, but we'll have to see how that plays out. Hey, what's going on, Coolistic? How are you? What's going on, Dean? Hope all is well. Also, we need to win. Desperate. This team is desperate for points right now. I don't care how they get the win. I don't care if they get outshot 50-10 tonight. If they come out with the victory, that's all I care about. I'm not critiquing victories the rest of the season. I'm not critiquing victories in the playoffs. All I care about is getting the win. I don't care how they do it. Legitimately don't care how they do it. Broke my glasses in gym today. I have to get new ones on Friday. I'm lucky I have a backup pair right now. That is good to have a backup pair. That sucks that you broke them. I broke my fair share of glasses when I was growing up as a kid. How long before Jarry gets pulled? He's not getting pulled tonight. I have faith. I believe. The Oilers lost 100-1. Well, I mean, I think if a team puts up 10 on Edmonton, I would just turn the stream off. I would just go to bed. I wouldn't even do a fan reaction. That would be my fan reaction. I literally wouldn't even record anything if the Oilers gave up 10 goals. Just kidding. There would still be a fan reaction because the fans demand it. What's going on, Bingus? Thanks for the stream. You're very welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I don't do these streams without all of your support. Your support allows me to keep doing this, so I appreciate that. Why wasn't Ingram starting tonight? I think they want Ingram to start against the Pacific teams because as long as we win our games against Pacific Division teams, so like Vegas, San Jose, LA, as long as we're winning those games, Seattle, the team's going to make the playoffs. So you want your better goalie probably to go up against those teams. Human Notes, thank you for the 12 months. 12 months of being a member on the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Enjoy your badge. Enjoy your emotes. I'm still working on custom badges. Those are like a 1-month badge, 2-month, 3-month. I haven't got them all hammered down yet, but there will be custom badges coming, hopefully by the time the playoffs start. Did I do a live stream when the Oilers lost 9-1 to Colorado? No, I was not live that night. But I did do a live stream in their most recent blowout loss to Dallas. That was fun. There you go. There's the emotes. I love it. How long have I been a member? It looks like 6 months. If you hover over the gold star next to your name, if you're on a browser, it'll tell you. I think you've been a member for 6 months. How many blowouts have the Oilers had this season? A lot. It's been a lot. Yo, Bingus with the $2 super chat. Yo, we're bringing the positivity and the energy early to the stream today. I like that. And that's what this team needs right now. Keep doing more live streams. We love them a lot. Absolutely. And of course, during the playoffs, a live stream for every single playoff game. Every single one. I've never missed one. The only playoff game that I ever missed a live stream for was the game that I went to last season. It was a game 4 against the Kings. It's just because I was in the building. I couldn't physically do a live stream for that one. But the puck is about to be dropped here in Utah, Salt Lake City. Puck is dropped off the hop here. McDavid loses the draw. And Utah is going to get in on the forecheck early. So let's see. Oh, man, someone went down hard there. McBain went down. And Podkolzin is going to send that puck in behind the Utah net. Uyghur to Sergachev up the board. Sergachev, the former Tampa Bay Lightning and Montreal Canadian. We lost. When my new PC is ready, Austin and I should collab. Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, hopefully you can, building a PC right now is really difficult because of RAM prices and stuff, but Oilers with their third line out, you have Dickinson out there with Kapanen and Szymanski. Here comes Schmaltz into the middle to Keller. Schmaltz now. He'll play it to the point. Shot from the blue line towards the Oilers' goal. Doesn't make it. And Szymanski will play it up the right side to Kasperi Kapanen. Kapanen into the middle. Szymanski's trying to drive through, but he's knocked off the puck. Nice defensive play. Good job by Kapanen to keep that play alive for a moment, but Utah's going to steal it. Yeah, that's a good thing. Good thing you got the backup pair there, Liam. I was saying earlier, I've broken a few pairs of glasses myself. Always sucks. Here's a good turnover or takeaway by Hyman. Here's a shot on goal, and that goes wide of the net. Puck comes to Wallman across. Here's a shot by Emberson, and that's blocked in front as well. Good energy for the Oilers so far. Both teams skating pretty fast. No shots on net. Almost 2 minutes into the period. Here's a shot by Peterka off of Wallman's body. Wallman will play it up the right side. Well, what a play. What a stick to knock that down in the neutral zone. Oilers will maintain possession, though. Pull is bad luck. Was that Mochi's tail? It might have been Kitty's tail. Maybe it was Mochi. One of them was just in here. Puck out of play into the bench. 17:51 to go here. What am I doing if Edmonton wins the cup? Partying all summer long. Every single day. And then just the vibes would be immaculate. The vibes would be, let's just say that. The vibes would be immaculate if Edmonton ever wins a Stanley Cup in my lifetime. All of Alberta gets a paid vacation. Yeah, but that's fake news, Fleecy. That's fake news. That wasn't real. You imagine that was AI. That was AI generated. I never said anything. Here's a play by Utah. I don't know why I called them Seattle. The pillow fight's about to get dirty. We're going to get feathers all over the place, dude. Utah trying to keep that play alive. I thought it went off the inside stanchion, but they're going to keep the play alive here. Have I met No, I've never actually met any current player on the team. I briefly said hello to Vincent Desharnais a couple years ago. That was kind of fun, but let's have a new poll. Well, we're going to end this one. Most of you said yes. So most of you believe in the legacy game for Tristan Jarry. What's going on, Nicole? I think he's 1 goal away from 400 and 1 assist away from 800 in his career. I mean, a couple of years ago is pretty recent, isn't it, Kyle? Or is time moving too fast for me right now? I'm old. I'm reflecting on something from 2 years ago. Does that make me old? There's been very little action. The shots are 1-0, 16:26 to play. Puck went over the glass here, so there is a whistle. I have Seattle beating the Panthers on my mind. Aren't you 41 years old? Yo, Fleecy, come on, man. You know that's not true. You know that's not true. Fleecy's trying to rage bait me right now, and I'm not going to let him. I'm not going to let Fleecy rage bait me tonight. We're having a good night. Here's Kapanen. He's going to chase after this puck, but nice job by Ian Cole to knock that loose. Dickinson on the forecheck with Kapanen. Puck behind Utah's net. Now, Utah defends well, and they are a very good 5-on-5 team. Lawson Krause to Cole. Up the boards. Keller sends it in deep. Here's Dursey now. Centers it out in front. Nice job by Dickinson. He's in the lane. Takes the puck. Good mood? I'm always in a good mood. I'm always having fun. Even when I'm not in a good mood, I'm still in a good mood, you know? If that makes sense. What'd you miss? Absolutely nothing. We are 4.5 minutes into this game. Well, shots are 1-0 Utah. There's been a lot of absolutely nothing happening in either zone. 43 in July. That'll be exciting. Still a youngin'. Still a youngin'. I kind of wish Utah had gone with like a deep purple, like a dark purple instead of black. If anyone watches Johnny Superman 2BC Productions, he did a GM mode with Utah, and his like custom jerseys were purple. They looked really nice. I would have loved that. Thoughts on Jarry? He struggled, but you can change the narrative very quickly with a good game tonight. Hey, what's going on, Bubsy? How are you? Here comes Adam Henrique. He'll give it to Max Jones. Drops it for Henrique. Henrique with a shot, and that deflects off his stick. Out of play behind the net. 14:40 to go. Was I crazy during the 24-25 run? Hey, what's going on, Reese? How are you? Welcome back. Yeah, there is a lot of empty seats tonight. There's a lot of empty seats for some reason. I don't think that's usual. I think they do sell out most games, so I don't know. Maybe the weather's really nice in Salt Lake and nobody wanted to go to a hockey game. Give us some memberships. You get 10 gifted memberships if Henrique scores a goal tonight. I'm following that up from the other night. He did not score the other night, so. Here's Bouchard. He'll play it across to Matthias Ekholm. Ekholm in the neutral zone. Into the middle for Savoy. Savoy with a shot and a save by Vejmelka. Edmonton's first shot of the period comes 5.5 minutes into the first, so at least Savoy got something on net. You get an offensive zone draw. Draisaitl is injured, and he's out for the rest of the regular season. Draisaitl will likely not play for the rest of the season. Yes, I love the Oilers spam. The Oilers emote spam. Hey, what's going on, Flamingo? Yo, Mesmer with the $6.99. Does Edmonton make the final given the fact that the Pacific Division is so weak? Is there a path? Possibly. Also, I think my computer froze. Oh, God. Everything might be crashing. Maybe? Am I still live? I think I'm still live, right? But yeah, thank you for the $6.99. That donation almost crashed my whole PC. Everything on my monitors literally just froze. Everything froze. I couldn't hear the game anymore. Chat wasn't moving. But we're good. We're back. My computer just had a little hiccup. It's fine. But yeah, thank you for the $6.99, Mesmer. Appreciate that. There is a path to the final. It is just very difficult, and I don't know if this team has it. I'm gonna hack you. My PC specs. I have a 9800X 3D CPU, 32 gigs of 6400 megahertz DDR5 RAM. I have not an RTX card. I have a 9070 XT graphics card. And I have like 3 2 terabyte SSDs. I have tons of storage on this thing. I did a lot of PC upgrades during the summer before prices got out of control. Robbing you of that RAM later. I got lucky. I upgraded my PC during the summer. Here's a puck into the Oilers bench with 13:30 to play. There's going to be a commercial break here. Shots are 1 apiece, 6.5 minutes in. Which jersey in the National Hockey League is my favorite? Oh, man. I love the Bruins jerseys. I like Chicago's road jersey a lot. Just the whites. I think that is just absolute classic. Most of the original 6 jerseys, honestly, are top tier. Love them. I like Edmonton's jerseys, but not like, I don't hold them in like S tier. I think they're like okay. My Panthers ruined the tank. Shootout win on Seattle. Damn. Yeah, you guys had the 4-1 lead, and then I saw that you blew it. So you kept Seattle to only 1 point tonight. Thank you. As an Oilers fan, we needed Seattle to not even get any points, so at least they were held to 1. Yeah, building a PC is difficult. Like, you're probably better off to buy like a pre-built, but prices right now, because of the AI, like data centers and stuff, I got lucky that I did all my upgrades in the summer before all this happened. Do I think there's still a chance to go on a crazy run? Yes. I think the likelihood is much lower than previous years, but that would be the most Oiler thing ever. Barely make the playoffs and then go on a deep run. Like, that would be the most Oiler thing ever, where nobody expects them to win anything, and then that's the year that they do it. I liked their, like, red, what were they called? They were like purple. They had like a cool, like, abstract design. I forget what they were called. I liked those Coyotes jerseys. Yeah, the skate jersey from Vancouver, that is S tier. Definitely top tier. 3-3 Lightning and Wild. Yeah, that's a battle of two heavyweights. Holy. Memory Express, yes. I was able to upgrade and, like, build all my own. I ordered all my own parts and then, yeah, put them in, built it myself. Building a PC, I'm telling you, when you build a PC, you want, like, it's almost like you have to just keep, like, I just want to keep building PCs. I absolutely love it. It is one of the most fun things in the world once you, like, know how to do everything. Hey, what's going on, Godman? Jets are beating Vegas. Is that what that is? 3-1 Jets over the Golden Knights. We need the Golden Knights to lose. Here's a turnover in the neutral zone. Nugent Hopkins chases after it. Puck around the boards to Nurse. Towards the goal. Almost found Hyman for a tip-in on the back door. Murphy now played to Nurse. Nurse towards the goal. That goes off of a stick and wide. And here's Schmaltz now. We'll give it to Keller. Keller sends the puck in deep. Jarry out of his crease to Darnell Nurse. Connor Murphy hanging on to that puck. Oh, Murphy, he was checked for a moment, but Savoy was there to grab it. Top 3 Stanley Cup final matchups the Oilers could meet if they make it. Carolina, Tampa Bay. Oh, here's a potential odd man rush for Utah. Peterka with a shot off of the leg of Bouchard over the net. Good block by Bouchard. Just stay in the lane. Don't give him anything easy. Here's Connor McDavid now. He'll throw it up the middle, just out of the reach of Matt Savoy. And Utah doing a good job. Very structured game from Utah. Edmonton can't get anything up the middle. McDavid will enter the zone now. In across the ice, here's Ekholm with a slap shot and a good save by Vejmelka with 12:03 to go here in the period. Made me cringe watching, dude. Well, that's how every YouTuber is, right? You watch their first videos ever, and it's just a completely different vibe, right? Trying to figure out what the structure of the videos are, and then once the community builds more too, I just became more comfortable in front of the camera, right? Am I a basketball fan? Not really. I don't really watch any. Oh, dude, when I had bleached hair, that was awesome. I want to go back to bleached hair, dude. Wallman, Bouchard, no, they are not paired together. Those pairings in practice were not what they ended up going with tonight. The Chris Knobloch masterclass, where he just changes it all up just because he can. Smash the like button, friends. Help a brother out. Hey, I appreciate that, Nkanu. Thank you very much. Yes, hit the like button. Goal tonight's going to be probably 100 likes again. That seems to be a pretty good goal. We usually smash it every time. And if you're new to the channel, maybe not quite sure about the vibes, well, if you like the vibes, you can subscribe. As well as we get closer to 10,000 subscribers, I have a lot planned for when we hit the 10,000 milestone, including some giveaways, gifted memberships. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait for that. It'll probably happen right around the playoffs starting, maybe a little bit sooner. We'll see. Does he use AI to determine the lineups? I have no idea. I think AI would, as much as I hate AI, I feel like AI would probably tell Knobloch to be more consistent. Oh, here's a play in the middle. Here's a shot by Gunther with a great move into the middle and a good block by Ekholm. Reverse Mohawk would go crazy. Here's the puck sent into the Utah zone. Not icy. Nugent Hopkins trying to poke it towards the goal. Down low, Hyman steals it for a moment. Murphy steps up to keep it alive, just out of the reach of Nugent Hopkins. And here's McBain. McBain wearing the fishbowl tonight. McBain is their most physical forward over there for Utah. Some history there with the Oilers as well. I can't give away 10 grand. That's something I won't be able to do. One lady almost won $20,000 on Let's Make a Deal, but missed out. Dang. Hey, what's going on, Buck Skull? I'm doing well. How are you? Here's Schmaltz keeping the play alive for Utah. Schmaltz into the middle. That's going to be stolen by Szymanski. Tried to get Kapanen, who would have had a breakaway there if he had been able to find that pass. Can I become owner of the Oilers? Absolutely not. What should my starting goalie be? Here's Cooley. He'll bring it in. Cooley to the point. Here's a shot. That gets up high on... Was that blocked by Wallman? Wallman shaken up with the block shot in front of his net. Here's a play to McDavid, to Bouchard, to Savoy. He'll play it in the middle. Here's a shot and a good save by Vejmelka. Savoy now down low to McDavid, to Bouchard with a blast, and that goes off of a leg and stays out as well. Ekholm sends it down low. Sergachev gets it out. Here's McDavid to Podkolzin. He'll play it back to Evan Bouchard. He'll play it up to Ekholm. Ekholm sends the puck in deep into the Utah zone. Chasing after it is Savoy. Does a good job to tie up his man, but the Oilers are going to go and make a change here, and Utah with some speed. Here's Dursey. Walks in. Drops it back to Kerfoot. Puck bouncing around, and it's in the net. What is that? I think the puck hit Murphy in front. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Oh, that's one of the worst goals I've ever seen. A shot from the point ricocheted off a body, and then it just fluttered past Jarry. I don't even think he saw it. I don't think Jarry even saw that puck. How did that even... I need to see the replay on this. Dursey skates it up the ice with speed, enters the zone, drops it back. Shot goes off. Oh, it goes off two. It goes off Nurse and Murphy. It went off Darnell Nurse, and then it goes off of Murphy, and then Jarry lost sight of it, and it goes over his shoulder and in. That is like... Bro. What? You can't script this stuff. You cannot script this. Oh, my God. So a double deflection and Jarry couldn't see it. And it just flutters. That's horrifying. That's a horrifying goal against. I don't think you can put any blame on Jarry for that goal. Obviously, it doesn't look good, but here's Kapanen. He'll walk in with a shot by Dickinson, and that goes off the leg. Here comes Utah now. Puck across the ice. Here's Schmaltz trying to put it in the middle for Keller. Good job by Nurse to steal that. Wow. Is Jarry bad luck? I don't know, man. That's a crazy unlucky goal. Oh, here's a center attempt by Szymanski trying to find Kapanen, and Utah 3-on-2 up the middle. Here's a play in front just out of the reach of Peterka. Shot towards the Oilers' goal. It's bouncing around the crease. Oh, my God. Nurse the curse. It's unfortunate. Here's a play to the blue line. Another shot towards the Oilers' net. And again, it's just pinballing around. It's just rolling around, dude. Utah doing a good job keeping this puck alive. Gunther along the half wall to Peterka. Peterka drops it for Cooley. Here's Marino across. Schmidt, Marino. Here's a one-timer, and that deflects over the net. A shot by Cooley. Cooley keeps it alive. Nugent Hopkins does a good job to just skate this out of some trouble here. Stick was into his midsection. No call, though. And the Oilers make a change. Puck up the left wing. Picked up by Rozovic. He's going to get checked. McBain sends it behind his own net. Hyman on the forecheck. And here come the Utah Mammoth again. Off of a skate. Edmonton will send it in deep. They have to tag up. It was going to be offside. Is Jarry looking sluggish? He's only faced like a couple shots, but one of them was a double deflection in front that ended up beating him. A puck that went off Nurse and off Murphy. Here's Ekholm. Ekholm reverses it back, gives it to Bouchard up the middle. Here's Dickinson. Dickinson finds Matt Savoy. Savoy walks in with a shot. Good save by Vejmelka. McDavid does a good job to pick up the rebound in front to Savoy, and that goes off of a foot in front. Savoy had a good opportunity, but it was blocked, and here come Utah now. Across the ice. Here's Krause into the middle. One-timer. Good block by Murphy. Man, what a shot block by Murphy there. Schmaltz with the high slot one-timer, and Murphy got into that shooting lane and blocked it. What a great play by Connor Murphy, man. Do I have to pull out the cheese? No, not yet. Not yet. Are the Oilers missing Stu yet? I mean, Stu is not exactly having an amazing, like, what Stuart Skinner was doing in Edmonton, he's doing in Pittsburgh. He's the same Stu. He has good games. He has bad games, right? It's just consistency with Stu that was the issue. Right now, obviously, Jarry he's been unplayable for the most part. That goal against him tonight, you can't put on Tristan Jarry at all, the way that deflected off two players, but top 3 jerseys that I own, the cream, the reverse retro 1.0 beside the cream jersey, and I don't know. I kind of like feel like they're all the same. I like them all the same. Probably Gagne, actually. My Sam Gagne jersey. That was the first jersey I ever owned. Hey, what's going on, Gold? Welcome in. Who's my favorite player in the National Hockey League besides Leon Draisaitl and the Edmonton Oilers? So I am a big Boston Bruins fan as well. My favorite player on the Bruins is Charlie McAvoy. Savoy cream jersey, Def my favorite player right now. I love Savoy. Once he figures out how to score goals, he's going to be really dang good. It seems like he gets a few good chances every single game. Once he starts finishing, man, put Ingram back in. Yeah, Bruins did lose to the Maple Leafs tonight, and they got pretty outplayed too. Toronto's supposed to be tanking. But you know what? Maybe Boston intentionally lost to keep Toronto from dropping in the standings, because Boston owns Toronto's first round pick unless it's a top 5 pick. So if Toronto picks number 6 or higher, then that pick goes to Boston. Bill Burr's at the game. That's fun. All right. Here's the face-off. Nugent Hopkins out there with Hyman and Roslovic. Face-off's going to be at center ice here. Nugent Hopkins loses the face-off. It's going to be tipped in. Utah chase after it. Ty Emberson to Nugent Hopkins. Here's Jake Wallman. He'll enter the zone. He'll play to Roslovic with a shot. He scores! There's Jack Roslovic off the rush on his offside, and he snipes one past Vejmelka. Great goal for Jack Roslovic as he ties this thing up at 1. That's a great shot from Jack Roslovic. We're talking about Matt Savoy when he learns how to finish. Roslovic is a player that knows how to finish. That is a guy that can shoot the pill, and he's very efficient at it. Nice play by Wallman to jump up in the rush, too. Nice job by Wallman. I like to see that play from Wallman, right? It drives the defense back. It opens up Roslovic on the left side, and he zings it past the blocker of Vejmelka. That is fantastic. Great goal. Great goal for Roslovic. All right, off the face-off, the Oilers, so they've tied this thing up. The shots are 5-2 Edmonton, by the way, in this period. Puck kept alive for a moment. It's going to be brought up. Schmaltz is going to get by. Darnell Nurse stops up, though. Waits for some reinforcements. Here's Schmaltz. Schmaltz, right circle. Into the middle. Off a leg. Just wide of the net. Puck sent down the ice. Vejmelka's going to play it up. Jack Wolfslovic. So that is Nugent Hopkins' 800th career point. So congrats to Nugent Hopkins as he picks up a secondary assist. Get that puck for Nugent Hopkins. 800 points for the Nuge. Congrats to Nugent Hopkins. That's very exciting. Very exciting for Nugent Hopkins. Has been with the Oilers since day one. Has never complained about anything in his entire tenure here. Has gone through a million coaches. a million general managers, the amount of roster turnover, the highs and lows of being part of a lottery team. So Nugent Hopkins with his 800th career point. Could we get a poll? We'll do a poll in the intermission. We'll put up a new poll for the intermission. Rozovic can shoot that thing. Yes, he can. Kulak played 21 minutes in the Avs 6-2 win. Good for Colorado. Colorado's got to heat back up. They've been kind of average for the last month or so. His numbers got to get retired when he's out of the lead. Who knew? I could see. I mean, depending where he finishes with the Oilers in terms of points and like, you know, just legacy in general, I could see there being like the Oilers have like it's not like a Hall of Fame thing. Like they won't retire his number, but they'll like have a section dedicated to like him, right? Hey, what's going on, Sean? How are you? And I just think, and again, this is just me thinking out loud. If the Oilers never retired Ryan Smith's number, I don't think Nugent Hopkins is going to have his number retired. But I could be wrong. You never know, right? You think so, Live? I hope so. I hope you're right. The Flames are sometimes a confusing team. I think I'm with Never Lucky here. I think the only two players that will have their numbers retired by Edmonton are, or at least like for current Oilers, like currently on the team, McDavid and Draisaitl. Those are going to be the two. I don't know if Nugent's number will. I just don't know, right? Like he's been good. He's been like he's a heart and soul player, but they usually reserve that for the Oilers organization only retires numbers officially if you're in the Hall of Fame, usually, or if you did what like Gretzky did and Messier and you just win 1 million cups. Hey, sounds good, nerd. No worries. Enjoy the food. I could see an argument for Bouchard if he keeps doing what he's done, especially in the playoffs, right? We know how good he is in the playoffs. 800 points for Nuge. All right, offensive zone draw. Savoy's going to take it. Puck bounces behind the net, stolen by McDavid, and he just rushed that pass in front. If he took half a second, he might have been able to find Savoy in front. Another play in front, attempt by McDavid. He plays it to the point. That goes off of the stick of Bouchard. And Bouchard, he's going to get in front of Carcone. Nice job to cut off that lane. Carcone had him for a moment, but good job by Bouchard to take that lane away. Well, that's the other thing, too. How many numbers do you retire? And then how many numbers does that take away from players being able to wear, right? That's the other thing. All right, here's Wallman. He'll send the puck across to Emberson. Up the neutral zone. Zach Hyman trying to send that puck in deep. Can't come up with it. Here's Marino. Through the middle of the ice. And Peterka, he falls down. Nugent Hopkins fell over him. Nice hit by Hyman to keep that play alive against Marino. I think they should retire Janmark's number for sure. Absolutely. He was almost a Game 7 hero in the Stanley Cup final. He was the only one that scored in Game 7. Here's Rozovic with another shot and a good save by Vejmelka as this line continues to apply some pressure for the Oilers. Nice job to that puck was kept in for a moment, but it did deflect and out of play. 3:15 to go. What would they even put on the jerseys? You have to start to go like you'd have to go with 3 numbers. It's like number like 100 and whatever. Or like 00, like 2 O's and then like a 4, which would just look ridiculous. You can't have that. Roman numerals, dude. That'd be awesome. That would actually be hilarious. I'd love that. 420. That would be great. I want to see a player try and do that. You think they'd let them? I don't think they'd be allowed. Puck sent in deep. Dickinson behind the net for check-in. The Oilers have done a great job defensively this period. Utah has 2 shots on goal. 2 shots with 2:43 to go. Gary Bettman, you're banned. Yeah, you're banned. See ya. You're gone. Dickinson almost found Szymanski, who would have had a bit of a lane there. Utah. Here's Yamamoto, the former Oiler, with a wrister that goes high and over the net. Behind the Oilers' goal now, Yamamoto forechecks for it on his backhand. I remember Yamamoto in Edmonton. He's tenacious on that puck. Puck towards the goal. Deflects over the net off of a skate, I think. Here's Evan Bouchard now. Oh, that puck stolen by Bouchard. Might have needed to make a quicker play. Puck comes to Marino. Kerfoot to Marino. Marino across, left side of the point, into the middle. Marino, left circle. Here's Cooley. Shot by Schmidt in front. Good save by Tristan Jarry through traffic. And that puck is going to be sent down the ice. Oilers in the middle of a change. And so are the Mammoth. Here's a play by Wallman. He'll give it to Savoy. Sends it in deep. Podkolzin on the forecheck. Oh, Savoy almost stole that. Shot towards the goal. Deflects on net by McDavid. Good deflection there, but a good save by Vejmelka with 1:30 to play here in the first. We did have a Szymanski goal against Tampa. The flukiest goal you'll ever see. If you missed what that goal looked like, you got to look it up on YouTube. It's the funniest goal in the world. Might be the worst first NHL goal. I mean, it's got to be up there for, like, he didn't even shoot. How often are goals awarded to players who don't shoot? It was just an own goal from the half wall. I don't know. That was the craziest, ugliest goal I've ever seen. Here's Bouchard with a shot towards the net, and that's stopped by Vejmelka again. Shots are 8-3 in favor of Edmonton here in the first period. Edmonton has done a great job keeping things quiet for Utah. Remember, Utah's one of the best 5-on-5 teams in the entire National Hockey League. In terms of shot differential, goal differential, expected goal differential, the analytics are heavily in Utah's favor here, but Edmonton has done a fantastic job in all 3 zones. They have prevented Utah from getting anything significant. Here's Evan Bouchard. If Perry ends the cup drought again, could you imagine if Tampa against the Oilers and then Perry wins the cup after being on our team who lost 2 years in a row? Oh, boy. Here's Podkolzin. He'll skate it up the middle of the ice. He starts to wind it with speed. He's checked by Keller. Nice job by Savoy to get in on the forecheck here. Almost kept alive at the blue line, but Nurse is just going to shoot it back in. Oilers are going to reset. Puck up the middle. And here comes Carcone. Down low. Here's Carcone. McBain with it. Cycling it. Gives it to the point. Dursey with a shot towards the goal. That goes wide of the net. A lot of perimeter shots from Utah here. Here's Zach Hyman. Chips it. Chases with Rozovic. Hyman behind the Utah net with Jack Rozovic. He's knocked off the puck. And Utah will move it up the ice with 11 seconds to go here in the first. Puck sent in behind the Oilers net. Murphy has 5 seconds left here. And I imagine he's just going to slow. Oh, man, that was actually a dangerous play. I don't know what was going on with Nurse and Jarry there, but all righty. So good first period from the Edmonton Oilers. They have a 1-0 lead on, or sorry, not a 1-0 lead. It's tied 1-1. Almost forgot about Utah's horrifically unlucky goal against. So we'll take a look at the box stats. We'll take a look at the advanced analytics. And then I'll take a quick little breather, quick little break. What if the Oilers won 8 in a row, then lost 3 in a row? They did it in 23-24 and then won 16 in a row. They could, right? That the math adds up. They have 11 games left this season. So you win 8, lose 3, and then when the playoffs start, go 16-0. Could you imagine? Could you just imagine that? That'd be absolutely wild. Also, by the way, if I do miss any of your chats, that you send, I do apologize. It's never intentional. Sometimes chat moves quickly. Sometimes I get distracted by other things. So we'll take a look at the goals here from the Edge Visualizer. Take a look at Kerfoot's goal, man. This is absolutely wild. Dursey drops it back to Kerfoot, and then it's going to go off Nurse and Murphy. I wonder what the puck looks like here. Yeah, it was a double deflection off of Nurse first and then off of Connor Murphy. There's nothing that Jarry could have done on that one. A super unlucky goal. Super, super unlucky. But then this goal from Edmonton, nice job off the rush here. Emerson, he gets it to Nugent Hopkins, who plays it into the middle. Wallman steps up in the play. Nice job by Hyman to stay back. And then Rozovic, he absolutely rifles one past the blocker of Vemelka. So a great, great period there for Edmonton. They hold the Utah Mammoth to just 3 shots on goal. So the save percentage for Jarry's not going to look great, obviously. You're looking at a .667, but again, he only had 3 shots against. Yeah, good period. Time on ice in that period. Savoy played .613. Henrique played .215. Jones, .226. Jarventi only. Yeah, I don't really remember seeing any of them on the ice. Of course, they were the line that was on the ice for the goal against, and they're going to get punished for that. You got to be kidding me, man. You've got to be kidding me with this head coach. Anyway, we're not having that conversation. They're not losing, so I'm not going to get preemptively mad. Yeah, Wallman had a great play. He had a great assist there. Block shots, 9-5. Oilers, giveaways, 5-5. Takeaways, 1-1. Very even period when it came to that aspect. No power plays for either team. We'll head to the money puck. We'll take a look at some of the advanced stats here, and then we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. I guess we can look at the out-of-town scores now. Winnipeg's up 3-1 on Vegas. In the third, Dallas losing 5-3 to New Jersey. That's interesting. San Jose's down 6-3 to Nashville. Oh, boy. San Jose's been losing a lot lately, hey? I do want to know what the expected goals were in this period. It is in Edmonton's favor, but I don't think, look, there's the bigger the dot, the higher danger chance. It was, they're saying Rozovic's shot had a 3% chance of scoring. So I don't know how they calculate that. Expected goals and all. This is as low event of a period as you can get. 0.47 to 0.22 were the total expected goals in all situations that period. That is incredibly low event, folks. That's, wow. Very low event. But you know what? Like I said, I don't care how the Oilers get the job done. Just get the job done. Doesn't matter to me how they do it. Get the job done. All right, we'll start a new poll. Since everyone was asking, I'll submit the poll here. There you go. There's the new poll. I was asked, hey, should I start a new poll? There's your new poll. How's Jarry looking? He made 2 saves that period. He has not been tested at all, so I couldn't tell you. The goal that beat him went off 2 Oilers. It bounced off Nurse, it bounced off Murphy, and then it went over Jarry's shoulder. He had no idea where it was. I don't fault him for it at all. All for low event if it's working? Exactly. We'll be second in the division if we win. Well, assuming Vegas loses too, right? If Vegas wins and the Oilers win, well, then they'll still be behind Vegas. But should I spell your name wrong? I saw how you spelled it. I'm not going to say it because then everyone else is going to start saying that, and I can't have that. I like how 24% of you said no to the new poll. That's hilarious. All right, good poll. Good poll. Now, Hyman's on the second line with Rozovic and Nugent Hopkins. All right, folks, smash that like button. I'm going to take I don't know, 5, 6, 8-minute break. I'm not saying the other number because everyone will freak out. Here we go. We were in the void for a second, but the Be Right Back screen is on. Yeah, if you're enjoying your stay as well, hit the subscribe button too, and help us hit 10,000 subscribers. It's not about me. It's about this community and just how amazing you all are. So thank you so much. Enjoy chair for the next 5 to 10 minutes. Maybe we'll see. And then when I come back, I'll do a realistic poll. I'll actually have a normal poll for you guys. I'll be back. All right, folks. How was Chair? Did Chair do well? Wearing the McDavid reverse retro. Wife is wearing her Vejmelka home jersey. Very nice. That's awesome. I love that. Love that. It's always fun to have a little like friendly like rivalry competition. We need 2 chairs. Yo, I'm actually like in the market for a new chair. I missed Bill Burr owning Gene Principe. I'll catch it after the game. Bill Burr's, I mean, he owns everyone. He's always roasting people. One of my favorite desserts or sweets. I don't eat a lot of like sweet food, but I love cheesecake. Like if you were to set a plate of cheesecake in front of me with some kind of fruit sauce, whether it's like strawberries or like whatever, I will devour a cheesecake. That's probably like my favorite dessert. Get a chair for my cat. Well, I have the like cat tree, and then I have a desk beside me that they like to lay on. I don't know. My cats are spoiled, man. 1 chair got us to the finals, so we need 2 chairs to win. I technically have a second chair. I don't use it. Chair is looking old. Where are my cats? They're all around my place sleeping right now. None of them want anything to do with me tonight. I'm back and always will be in the locker room. I like it. Soared $15 seats, included free water and a hot dog. The Mammoth know how to do. Could you imagine, man? Oh, see, that's the problem with like a big market like Edmonton. Like the average Joe fan is priced out of so much now. But that's how you build a market. Like that's how you build a fan base. That's how you get people to go to games. And I like that. I know the Florida Panthers, when, you know, they used to struggle with attendance in the 2000s and 2010s, they used to do like $10 deals, $15 tickets where it would get you a hot dog, beer, and a ticket to the game just to try and get people to go. Yo, what's going on, Ellie? Or Eli? Why? Little late, but glad you're streaming. Hey, I appreciate that, Sean. And it's never late. If you come by, even if there's 1 minute left in the third period, it's never too late. We're always hanging out, having fun. The vibes are always immaculate, no matter when you arrive. Been watching for a couple months now. Hey, that's awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you. How many goals does Nurse have this year if he just stands in front of the opposite? I think someone said David Staples on the Cult of Hockey podcast has the numbers. How many goals Nurse has been a result of for goals against. Hey, enjoy the second period, Spencer. You and your wife. Have fun. You also have an Oilers wall. That's awesome. Yeah, it's fun. I love that, and I'm gonna continuously add more Oilers stuff behind me. But the second period is about to be underway here. They are back. They are on the ice. We're just getting ready to go. There has been. There was a decent amount of empty seats tonight at the game, which is surprising. I think Utah sells out pretty much every game. Here since that first cup run, man, that was magical, hey? Even though last year was also magical, but despite falling short 2 years in a row. Explain the first Utah goal. It went off of Nurse, it went off of Murphy, and then it fluttered slowly over the shoulder of Tristan Jarry and into the net. Hey, what's going on, Janaya? It's good to see you again. Other than game 3 of the second round last year, that was, of course, against Vegas when the Oilers gave up that a goal with literally like 0.2 seconds left in the third. Biggest crash out. Oh, boy. I haven't really crashed out like that since, to be honest. I think that was my first major, like, full-blown crash out. And then Stuart Skinner followed it up with two shutouts in a row. So it made the crash out look even dumber. A McDavid poster. See, I don't have any posters. I should probably grab some. Here's Bouchard, a centering pass in front off the stick of McDavid, and that goes wide of the net. Nurse with a shot, and that goes off the pad of Vejmelka. Oh, man, McDavid does a good job keeping that puck alive. Savoy, he's going to be pressured into the neutral zone, and then Nurse just shoots it into the bench by accident. 19:20 to go. Hey, I'm doing good, Saeed. How are you doing today? Welcome back, my friend. I've got a Bruins wall, but I also have a McDavid jersey to represent my city. I love that chance. I like the Bruins too. I'm a big Bruins fan. That was the scariest Austin of all time. It's kind of why I don't like yell and scream in my videos, because that's not really what I do on this channel. There is a market for that, really, compared to Steve Dangle at any point. Like, yelly, screamy guy is for other people, but I do think when the crash outs happen, they do have an effect. I have been told by a few people that they're kind of scary, so I try not to anymore. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to scare anyone. But just know when I am crashing out, I'm not like actually raging. Sometimes I play it up for the camera a little bit, despite the frustration with the team. Who scored for the Oilers? Jack Roslovic scored. Here's Jason Dickinson. He'll give it to Kasperi Kapanen, right circle, shot towards the goal, and that's caught by Vejmelka. And I think that's the Oilers' 9th shot on net. I don't mind the shot from a sharp angle there. You never know. I always scare you. Yeah, exactly. Now, that's not to say I don't get mad. You've seen me get mad at this team. But I just don't like rage, right? Like, I don't know. I'm 32 now. I don't know. If I was younger, you'd probably see me yell and scream a lot more. Plus, I don't want to scare my cats. Here's a shot on goal. Good tip by Roslovic and a good save by Vejmelka. Also, is it Eli or Ellie? I just want to make sure that I'm pronouncing it correctly every time. The clips from the crash outs would be crazy. I used to scream and yell and swear a lot during games. I don't really do that anymore. I mean, internally, there's lots of things that I want to say that I don't end up saying, but plus during live streams too, like, I don't know. Y'all keep the vibes really high for me. It's a lot better than just kind of watching games on my own. Ellie. Can we talk about the coaching situation? I've talked about it a lot. It's been a topic all season long, to be honest. I've been talking about the coaching situation with the Oilers since October. But so far, so good tonight. Here's a play at the blue line. That is offside. 17:53 to play here in the second. I appreciate that, Jen Cash. So in the Pacific Division, Anaheim has 82 points with 12 games remaining. Vegas 78 points. Edmonton 77. And then LA with 73. Sounds good. Sounds good. Vegas is losing. Good times to be had. Yep. The Pacific Division just in general is just, they're so bad, man. They're so bad. Yo, Anaheim's losing to Vancouver. There's no way, man. No way, bro. Vancouver is a 1-0 lead on Anaheim at the moment. Oh, and Jones went to throw a hit where he could have had the puck. Puck went by the defender, and then Jones chased a hit. Knobloch's not going to like that. Watch for Max Jones to be stapled to the bench the rest of the game for trying to chase a hit. Here's a play that's kept alive at the blue line, but Savoy touches it. It was offside. Just in general, yeah, probably not good to leak your age, just in general. But I agree with Reese, or Fleecy, sorry, unless you're over 18. Definitely don't say what your age is, especially on the internet. Dangerous place. Dangerous place. What's going on, Zane? But that would be the most Oiler thing ever, right? This team winning the Pacific Division would be hysterical. Here's a play in front, just out of the reach of Podkolzin. Puck is sent back in the Oilers zone. Play by Bouchard in the middle. Tried to find McDavid. That goes off of a leg. And Utah trying to get the breakout going. Here comes Carcone behind, trying to center it out in front. Yeah, what's going on, Everett? Good to see you, my friend. Keeping by the Mammoth here. Here's Schmaltz across the ice. Puck bouncing, and that's going to come out of the zone. And Utah's having a tough time getting set up right now, which is great. Daddy's home. Oh, my God. Oh, here's a play in front, blockered by Jarry. It went into the crease, but a nice job by Bouchard to clear it. Kept alive by Keller, though. Keller with a sharp angle shot off the outside of the net. Keller with it again. Keller into the middle. Schmaltz with a shot towards the goal, and that goes off of Ekholm's leg. Oh, my goodness. The Oilers are getting hemmed in now. Here's Cole. I was just saying the Oilers were doing a good job keeping them out of the zone. Utah with a ton of pressure, and Dickinson, Kapanen, and Podkolzin have been on for a while. Same with Bouchard and Ekholm. Good job by Podkolzin. He does finally get the puck out. How's Jarry's rebound control? He hasn't really faced any shots, so I can't tell you. I really can't tell you if he's been controlling the rebounds or not. He's faced 4 shots on net total. Puck sent around the boards. Oilers in on the forecheck. Oh, it's in front. What a play. Here's Rozovic. Oh, he took a little too long to get the shot off. He tried to get it to his forehand. Rozovic keeps the play alive. Puck down low. Nugent Hopkins loses it. It's going to be brought out to the front. Here comes Cooley. Gunther to Cooley. Cooley stops up, looks for a lane across the ice. Here's a one-timer and a good save by Jarry. Peterka with the one-timer and a good stop by Tristan Jarry. Here's Cooley now. He'll walk it into the middle. Plays it back to the point. Across with another one-timer and another save by Jarry off the blocker into the corner. And Utah, again, keeping this puck alive here. Nugent Hopkins struggling to get it out. Oilers finally get it out now. Here's Zach Hyman. He'll step in. He's going to get checked. Adam Henrique now comes up with it. He'll play it to Nurse. Shot towards the goal, and that goes way wide of the net. Connor Murphy down low. Jones to the point to Henrique. Henrique into the middle, looking for a deflection in front. Jarventi for the Oilers. Tries to keep the cycle alive. Jones can't come up with it. Good shift for the fourth line for Edmonton. Played back to Nurse. Nurse with a shot, and that goes off a leg and wide of the net. I don't know if Vemelka got a piece of it. Play into the middle. Oh, McDavid was almost gone there. Utah will bring it back into the Oilers zone. Here's Jarry. Behind his net, off the glass. That goes out of play. Off his stanchion, out of play. We'll have a commercial break. The key for Jarry is to just give up under 10 shots a game. Well, the Oilers are doing a good job defending so far. I'm very happy about that. Yo, what's going on, 8-Bit Tacos? Is Shorzy playing? Shorzy. Which Shorzy? Like Shorzy from the show? Also, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. I appreciate that. I still have hope. I'm scared Jarry will give up a bad goal. I think he'll be okay, Chance. I think he'll be all right. The Oilers as a team right now are playing very solid hockey, like defensively. Devin Shore, well, that's what I was thinking. Devin Shore hasn't really been around for a couple of seasons. Dark Jarry. We got to load in Dark Jarry, man. Wear the jersey that started the 16-game win streak. I don't even remember what jersey. I don't remember. I feel like I was switching jerseys in and out during that streak. That was so early in my channel too. Like the structure of my videos was not like it is now. I don't even think I was doing fan reactions back then. Back then, it was like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. It's December all over again. Yeah, it's snowing here too. You went to go watch Shoresy play at Rogers Place. That was fun. That's fun that they did that. Scheduled win for the Oil tonight. The Oilers have had success against Utah. And before that, Arizona. Birthday's on Friday. That's going to be fun. Any big plans? Big plans going to party it up, or is it going to be a low-key birthday? Oh, I hope so, man. The outdoor rink where like close to where I live is it's been out of commission for about a week and a half, I'd say. Let the Oilers win, Bettman, and my life is yours. My birthday's in the summer, but just for privacy reasons, I'm not going to leak the actual date. It is in the summertime, though. It is not a winter or spring. It's snowing in it's snowing in a lot of places in Alberta right now. I am a Virgo, Everett. That's what I'll leak to the fans. The fans will find out that I'm a Virgo. Here's a shot towards the goal. Deflects in front. Good save by Jarry. I think he got a piece of it. Puck is going to be sent into the neutral zone. July 32nd. There you go. How do you feel about the game so far? I like that it's low event. I like that the Oilers aren't losing. Here's a play across to Dickinson, looking to get a shot off. Good block by Dursey. I feel like Dursey's been all over it tonight defensively for Utah. Kapanen into the middle, spins away from a check, tries to get a shot off. He fans on it. Podkolzin in on the forecheck now against Keller. Keller across the ice comes to Dursey. Dursey into the neutral zone. Puck is battled for by Podkolzin. Kapanen gives it to Ekholm. Ekholm skates it in, sends it in deep. Oilers will make a change. McDavid's on the ice with Savoy and Podkolzin. Here's Ekholm. Fights for it along the half wall. Podkolzin trying to send it to the front of the net. Savoy covering for Ekholm across to Bouchard. Bouchard right circle to Connor McDavid. Into the middle, here's Bouchard, walks in with a shot. A good save off the mask of Vejmelka. He makes the save with his head. The straps on the mask for Vejmelka came loose. The ref immediately blew it down. Just anytime a goalie gets hit in the head, he's kind of shaking that one off. Good shot. Good play by McDavid. Nice job by Bouchard to activate. Vejmelka had no idea. Podkolzin was creating a distraction in front, and Bouchard walked in. Good thing it was a wrist shot instead of like a clapper from Bouchard. I agree with that, Nicole. Team's got to stay disciplined, stay out of the box. Don't give Utah anything easy. I wanted the Oilers to acquire Vejmelka last season. I did a video on the Oilers goaltending last season, and then I did potential trade targets. Before Vejmelka signed his extension, I was on the Vejmelka train. No, please don't, Fleecy. You can keep that to yourself, my friend. It can stay there. It can stay there. Here's Bouchard. He walks it in. Oh, man. Out of the reach of Hyman. Puck was behind him. Nugent-Hopkins doing a good job defending for Ekholm, as Ekholm had jumped up in the play. Ekholm will play it into the neutral zone. But, that gets away from everyone. This team would have been unstoppable. I know, dude. Vejmelka was a big target of mine. I would have loved Vejmelka. Vejmelka, he can be streaky too, but overall, he's pretty solid. Here's Matt Savoy. He'll step into the zone, trying to find McDavid. McDavid holds on to it on his forehand. Across, Wallman trying to find Emberson just out of his reach. Podkolzin does a good job. No, please don't. Please see. We'll let the fans They can just speculate. We'll let the fans speculate. Here's Savoy. He loses his stick. Utah brings it into the Oilers zone behind the net. Wallman does a good job tying up Marino, who's activated from the blue line. Schmaltz in there, also fighting for it. Connor McDavid with some cross-checks on Keller now. McDavid trying to come up with it. Good job by McDavid to be down low to help out with the board battle. Nice job by Edmonton. They'll come away. Savoy up the boards, tried to angle it into the middle, and that was out of the reach of McDavid by like a mile. So that's icing on Edmonton with 10:57 to play. Remember when my channel randomly started talking about the Coyotes? I don't know if I remember that. When was that? Pettersson to the Oil. Is Elias Pettersson the answer? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Off the face-off, Utah comes up with it. Around the boards, kept alive by Sergachev. He'll cycle it down low to the point. Here's Weegar. Shot towards the goal by Peterka. That goes off the leg. Podkolzin with it, trying to find McDavid. What a play by Peterka. And a nice job by Savoy. He tried to find McDavid, and they're going to say he was offside, but that's all right. 10:36 to play here in the second. Shots are 10-6 for Edmonton. That's how I feel, too. I think there's something wrong with Pettersson physically. I think he's just not physically... He's had some injuries, I think, that have been kind of hidden. That's just my own speculation. Can't confirm it, obviously. Pettersson is someone I would stay away from. And $11.6 million a year for the next 6 years? No thanks. If you want, y'all can have him. I want Pettersson to get back to form. Like, I don't know. I feel for the guy. It's like Patrick Laine, just riddled with injuries, man. Can't ever seem to stay healthy. Yeah, Demko's a no. As much as I'd love to have, unless you can dump Jarry for Demko straight up. Because if you're going to have one goalie that struggles, I'd at least take the chance that Demko, when he's healthy, will help us win enough games. But again, that's still a really risky. No Cats. Puck sent into the Oilers zone. 10 minutes to go here in the second on the icing by Utah. And the Utah Mammoth are, halfway through the game, have been held to 6 shots on goal. This is how Edmonton has to play with Tristan Jarry in the crease. This is suffocating tonight from Edmonton. And against a very good 5-on-5 team for the Utah Mammoth. I've said it a few times this stream already. Utah, analytically, is a very good 5-on-5 team. And they have not been able to get anything going here. What is your favorite candy? Mine is also Skittles. I don't eat a lot of candy, but Skittles are top tier. That is the one candy that I just can never say no to. If someone puts a bowl of Skittles in front of me, I'm going to eat the whole bowl. Think they turned him into a different player than he... Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. Rick Tocchet was such a strange coach for them. The fact that like Podkolzin couldn't work under like a Rick Tocchet is wild to me. Makes no sense. Coke or Pepsi? I drink Diet. So like I like Diet Coke and I like Diet Pepsi. I like Coke Zero. I'm not too picky. Screw Pepsi. I love Vanilla Coke. Ooh, Vanilla Coke's good. Can we put Darnell Nurse in Nightbot jail? Sure. Nurse can go Nightbot jail. Oh, Dr. Pepper is the best pop. Just by the way, just straight up. I like Dr. Pepper Zero. Like I said, I don't drink a lot of like sugary drinks, but Dr. Pepper, 100% top tier. I love it. Pepsi. What would a Pettersson trade look like? Like if the Oilers were to try and get him? Vancouver would probably want Savoy, Howard, 2 first-round picks. That's probably like a starting point. They'd probably be asking for a lot. if I'm going to be honest. Now, if the Oilers could swing a Darnell Nurse for Elias Pettersson 1-for-1, I mean, I don't think we're going to say no to that, would we? Nurse for Petey? What do we think about that? I just think Vancouver would ask for a lot because Pettersson is a former 100-point scorer in the league. I don't think you accidentally hit 100 points in a season. I think that shows that he's a very good player. Just there's something going on though with that player. It does, Sadistic Canada. It does taste just... I find most diet drinks now, they are very similar to their like sugary counterparts. Well, I remember being younger and like diet drinks were awful, but they're very tasty now. They've made them a lot better. Root beer and Mountain Dew. There you go. Here's a centering pass in front. Nuge did. Yeah, he had a lot of power play points. I don't know. Was a lot of Pettersson's points on the power play that year? He had 100. Yeah, I almost forgot Nugent Hopkins had 100 points in a season once. Here's a play across the ice. Schmidt towards the goal. That bounces off a leg and over the net. Utah getting in on the forecheck now. Here's a centering attempt by Keller. He'll fight for the puck in the corner, and there's a high stick coming up to the Oilers. A high sticking penalty. Looks like a penalty kill here for Edmonton. Who took it? Who did it? Who did the illegal play? Oh, Zach Hyman. Not surprised. Hyman's good for like one bad penalty every couple games. Let's see. Swipes at the puck, and then... Is that not a follow-through? He technically made a play on the puck, but... Yeah, that is a high stick. That is a high stick. So Hyman's in the box here. With 9 minutes to go in the second. This is a crucial kill for Edmonton. Crucial. Off the face-off, Henrique can't come up with it. He's fighting in the face-off circle. It's just bodies everywhere here. Here's Bouchard up the ice. It'll get by the defenseman. Here's Matt Savoy. He might have a step. Matt Savoy walks in off the side of the net. Savoy again. He'll center it to Bouchard. Bouchard waits to Savoy with a shot, and he scores! Matt Savoy with the shorthanded goal. We were talking about him earlier in the game when he learns how to actually put that puck in the net. And Savoy's been all over it. This is why you keep giving this kid opportunities. Keep giving him those chances because they will eventually go in. Matt Savoy got in behind the defense. The initial shot off the outside of the post. He'll work it to Bouchard, and then Bouchard gives it right back to him. Savoy was found all alone. Vejmelka, he slides across on his butt, and it goes under that, under the booty of Vejmelka as the Oilers take a 2-1 lead, shorthanded. That's a huge, huge goal for Edmonton. Huge. Here come the Utah Mammoth now. 1:26 left on the power play. Play sent in deep by Peterka. Peterka behind the Oilers goal. He'll play it to the point. Puck comes across. Here's Carcone. Carcone, left circle, looks for a lane down low. Here's Carcone. Back to the point to Weegar, to Carcone. Carcone spins away from the dot. Oh, and it comes out in front, and it's a score. Unbelievable. It's a tie game on their seventh shot. The puck went off the boards. It popped out in front. Nobody took the goal scorer. I don't even know who it was once I get the replay. Oh, my God. So it is 2-2. Yeah, that's Lawson Krause put that in. So Lawson Krause gives Utah, or ties it up on the power play. The Oilers with a shorthanded goal. That puck took a weird bounce. Jarry misplay. I mean, that puck came by Jarry. Look at Murphy. He's frustrated too. Jeez Louise. Irritating. Now here's McDavid now on the breakaway. He shoots and he scores. What is happening? Connor McDavid gets it right back, his 400th career goal for Connor McDavid. Off the face-off, the puck was bouncing around. McDavid got by the defense, and he just chipped it over the shoulder of Vejmelka. What on earth? So the Oilers, they get it right back. Bouchard gave it to Ekholm and went up the middle off of a leg, bounced through, and then McDavid, he just, chips it over the glove of Vejmelka, and this game has suddenly gotten nuts. It is 3-2 Oilers. Nice job. What a little goal by McDavid there. All right, McDavid is 4. So Nugent Hopkins, his 800th career point tonight. Connor McDavid is 400th career goal. So it was 8 seconds after Krause tied it up. 8 seconds. Wild, man, wild. Here's Utah. They'll send that puck down the ice. Krause is going to beat the icing here. Ekholm plays it around the boards. Kept in by the Mammoth. Ekholm gives it to Bouchard. Here's Podkolzin. Savoy shot attempt. That goes off the leg and wide. McDavid, he's going to get pressured here. McDavid trying to play it to Savoy. He does. Savoy on his forehand. Cycles it down low. What did I say, Dacky? Did I mess it up? Here's Wallman, who has an assist tonight. Here's Dickinson. Behind the net. Around the boards. It'll come to the blue line. Wallman wasn't quite there yet. He had activated on the right side, so he'll play it into the middle for Kapanen now. Shot towards the goal. Dickinson does a good job keeping that puck alive. Shot towards the net. That deflected just wide. Another shot towards the goal, and that deflects wide again. The Oilers now getting in on the forecheck, throwing pucks towards the net, trying to get deflections here. Like I said in the pregame report, simple hockey. Pucks to the net, good things happen. Here's a steal by Cooley. That's brought in by Peterka. Cooley against Nurse and Max Jones, who's doing a good job holding him up. Jones spins away from a check on his forehand, gives it to Murphy. Murphy up the ice. Max Jones cycles it down low. Adam Henrique. No goals for Henrique since October 23rd. 10 gifted memberships if he gets one. There were 3 goals in this game in 43 seconds. That is absolutely wild. Went from low event to high event just like that. Crazy. Puck along the wall. Jarventi can't grab it. Murphy misplays it. And it's played by Keller. He'll send it to the point to Dursey off of a leg. That'll be bouncing around in the neutral zone. Here's Sergachev up the middle. Nice job by Murphy. He's going to get tagged up by a couple of Mammoth here. And Darnell Nurse, he loses it, and it's kept alive by the Mammoth. They continue their cycle. Rozovic, though, defensively plays it up, trying to find Zach Hyman. Rozovic was knocked down. Puck through the neutral zone. The Oilers going to reset here. Play up the middle. What a pass by Bouchard or Nurse to Hyman. Here's Hyman. Walks in. Hyman with the backhand. That goes off the post. Here's Rozovic with a shot. He scores. Vejmelka is struggling right now with where that puck went. Rozovic makes it 4-2 for Edmonton. On kind of, again, the puck went off the bar. It bounced to Rozovic, and he just shoveled a puck towards the goal, and it beat Vejmelka. Oh, it was Bouchard. What a pass by Bouchard, man, to find Zach Hyman on that outlet. Absolutely incredible pass from Evan Bouchard. And then, Rozovic throws it towards the net, and look at Vejmelka. Vejmelka is mad, dude. He's having a tough night. Vejmelka's having a tough night. Jack Rozovic with his second goal of the game. That's a bad one. That's an ugly goal for Vejmelka. I was just saying how much I wish the Oilers had Vejmelka, and he's just having an absolute stinker right now for Utah. Jeez, man. If Rozovic gets a Hattie, can I have a membership? I can't pick who gets them. When I give gifted memberships, like, it's just YouTube chooses. It's just random. Utah's taking a timeout here. I don't know if they're looking at something. I don't think Rozovic was offside. Who did I jinx? I didn't jinx nothing. Bobby McMahon would have been an interesting pickup too. Okay, yeah. It's just a general timeout for Utah. What a pass by Bouchard here, man. Takes advantage of the change. What a play. That's a fantastic outlet. And there's not one single defenseman on Edmonton that can make a pass like that. Like, that's why Bouchard is so valuable. Yes, he has his moments where you're just confused as to how he's even functioning on the ice as a human being. But then he does things like that, and you're reminded of the all-world talent that Bouchard has on this team. I need the playoffs for a parlay. Well, hopefully they make it. They should make the playoffs. I would be shocked if Edmonton. I mean, nothing's guaranteed. Here's a play to Jarry. Puck bouncing around. He holds on to it. And now there's some rough stuff. McBain shoving up with Ekholm. Bouchard's grabbed someone. Podkolzin's involved. 4:29 to go here in the period. That is Utah's 8th shot on goal. I agree with you, Shock. I agree with you. Hyman's 360 spin was the best. I liked that a lot. Are we playing well? I think this is one of Edmonton's best efforts in a long time, in at least a couple of weeks here. Their attention to detail defensively, they've been all over it. Utah's 2 goals, one of them bounced off of 2 defensemen and in. It went off Nurse and Murphy. And then the second goal was on the power play. It took a weird bounce off the boards. It popped out in front, and then Lawson Krause potted it from a high danger spot. So, like, Jarry's got the big D tonight. Yeah, I agree. I think the goals against tonight have been unlucky for Edmonton. I think the way they're playing is how they have to play the rest of the season. They're not giving Utah anything right now. Classic. I know, dude. The amount of pucks. I feel bad for Nurse at this point because, like, that's crazy. I agree with you, Savage. I think we need to change the lines now. Yeah, Chris Knobloch, when the third period hits, he's gonna shuffle all the lines again. Henrique has not scored, no clue. Not yet. Not yet. And no, you're not late. You're just in time. As always. He's the second defenseman to ever record 2 consecutive 80-point seasons. Is that true? Is that what they said? I feel like other defensemen have done it. I mean, Paul Coffey for sure, right? I agree. Like, the Oilers are playing really good tonight. And no matter, like, unless they win a Stanley Cup, they'll have to make a change behind the bench, in my opinion. Hey, what's going on, Swisher? Good to see you again. Oh, the Oilers up 4-2, and they've held Utah to just 8 shots on goal with 4:28 to play in the second period. Oh, they've credited Utah with another one. Here's a shot on goal and a good save by Jarry. Rebound across here. Schmidt from the point. Schmidt, he'll play it to the left circle. Good job by Dickinson. Get that stick in the lane. Puck deflects out of play. Gunther has had a quiet game for Utah. He is their most dynamic offensive weapon with the best shot on the team, in my opinion. Exactly. 2024, Janmark Brown Henrique was goated. Absolutely goated. I'd love a hat trick for Rozovic, man. Got to get hot at the right time. Rozovic, Nuge, and Hyman have worked well together. It's good to see. Good to see results. Off the draw. Puck bounced in front. Utah with pressure here. Here's Marino. Shot. Oh, and he hit the goalpost, I think. I don't know if Jarry saw that or not, but the puck hit the post behind Tristan Jarry. Here's Peterka for Utah. He skates into his own player, but he maintains possession. Puck behind the net. Wallman will play it to Emberson. Emberson with a high flip to the neutral zone. Puck bouncing around Schmidt's feet. Rosvik applies pressure. He'll send it across to Marino. Marino on the breakout for the Mammoth to Peterka. He skates it in. Right circle. Darnell Nurse will apply pressure. Peterka around the boards, just out of the reach of Gunther. And here's Rosvik now. He'll send it down the ice. Not going to be icing. Kapanen chases after it. Puck in the middle by Cole. Bounces around. Here's Yamamoto. Just out of his reach as he almost had a potential break there. Nice job by Nurse to take the body, though. Dickinson behind the Oilers net fighting for it with Nurse. Nice job by Utah trying to get in on the forecheck, though. And the net came off with 3:05 to go. Jarry's looking. He's like, I don't know what happened. I swear I didn't knock it off. Hey, what's going on, Somu? How are you? Do we play better with Jarry? I don't know. I feel like this team is just inconsistent in general. Hey, I appreciate that, Bubsy. Thank you. Everyone smash that like button, by the way. Best way to support the channel and the best free way to support the channel is to just hit the like button. Or the dislike button if you really hate me. But again, engagement supports the channel, so it doesn't matter which button you hit. Off the face-off, puck to Jarry. He'll play it back to Bouchard. Bouchard up the right boards. Not sure if I asked this question, but what did you think of the Oilers when Kassian was around? Clefbaum, Lucic, Kara. Would they hold up in today's hockey standards for a team? If Clefbaum didn't have a busted shoulder, I loved Clefbaum. Thought he was so good. One of the best defensemen this team has had in a long time. Just overall, Clefbaum was the best. Loved him. Kassian, I didn't like how much money he made. I liked the gamesmanship aspect that he brought and the physicality. Lucic was terrible. I never liked Lucic with the Oilers. Here's a play up the middle, just missed. McDavid, here's a shot, tries to go 5-0 and a good save by Vejmelka. Here's Darnell Nurse with a shot, and that's off the leg of Vejmelka behind the net. Here's Jarventi now trying to center it out in front, looking for McDavid. And that puck goes off of a stick and out of play into the stands. Puck for a lucky fan. Kassian, he just didn't have the hockey IQ. Kassian, when you needed him to run around and hit someone or start a fight, he was fantastic. Every now and then he could chip in. Every now and then, him and McDavid, they found some magic together, but not as often as they got played together. They got played together more than they should have, at least in my opinion. Jujhar Khaira, I liked Khaira a lot. Unfortunately, concussions kind of derailed his career a little bit. Would I rather have Charlie McAvoy or Dylan Gunther? Gunther. I love McAvoy, don't get me wrong. But I love Dylan Gunther, dude. I've been watching Gunther since he was with the Oil Kings. I actually did a scouting project in his draft year when I was in Sports Management Worldwide's Hockey GM and Scouting course. And I had to rank like the top 10 prospects that draft year. And I had Dylan Gunther ranked second in his draft class. I've loved Dylan Gunther for years, man. I'm very biased with that player. Don't get me wrong. I love Charlie McAvoy too. Here's a shot towards the net. Nice block in front by Murphy, who's gotten in front of a couple of pucks in this game. That's good job by Connor Murphy, man. Puck will be sent into the neutral zone. Oilers trying to get the puck behind the net. Sorry, I was just reading chat for a second. That's why it was quiet. If I go quiet when there's play happening, it usually means not much is happening, but Kerfoot, he'll send it into the middle. Shot by Stenlin. That goes off a leg and wide of the net. Puck comes to Keller now. Keller, he'll send it across to Schmidt. To Marino, to Keller. Keller with a shot that goes off of a leg in front by Wallman and play up the middle of the ice. Nugent Hopkins off the glass in deep. Utah looking to bring it up the ice now. Marino. He'll spin away from a check. He'll just give it away to Bouchard. Oh, man, Bouchard almost had McDavid there. Dickinson out for Edmonton, applying some pressure. This is an interesting line. You have Dickinson with McDavid and Savoy with 30 seconds left in the period. Savoy along the half wall. Matt Savoy has scored for Edmonton. He had a short-handed goal, which is fantastic. Do I follow college hockey much? Unfortunately not. I wish I did. I think college hockey is something I should be getting more into, but there's a hit on Ekholm. He fell. Utah keeps it alive. They have 2 seconds left. Play across the ice. Sergachev was looking for someone on the back door there, and there's some rough stuff after the whistle or after the period, but the Oilers have a 4-2 lead heading to the third period. They've only given up 10 total shots. Masterclass defensive hockey from Edmonton tonight. Ray Bourque is the only player or only defenseman that has 2 seasons in a row having 80 or more points. Really? I don't know. That doesn't seem right. Let's give the people what they want. Give us chair. Okay, well, I'll give you all chair as soon as we go over the edge visualizer for the goals. Oh, yeah, a poll. That's right. Start a poll. What's the poll going to be? Who wins the Pacific? Hold on. We'll do this one. This isn't a game question. This is just a general question. Anaheim, Vegas, Edmonton. I don't think San Jose has any chance to win the division anymore. They've been losing way too much. Could have put Seattle there. There we go. There's a poll for everyone. The fans wanted a poll. The fans get a poll. Give us Franklin. I don't know where Franklin is. If he's sleeping, I don't want to wake him. So Matt Savoy, look at the goal scoring here. There was 3 goals in 47 seconds. Matt Savoy shorthanded. Bouchard up the ice. Savoy on the rush. He missed the net. And then he'll play it across to Bouchard. And then Bouchard does a good job to play it back to Savoy. And then he goes 5-hole. That beats Vejmelka through the legs. Vejmelka slid across awkwardly. Was on his butt. Could not come up with it. And then Lawson Krause. We're going to take a look at his goal. Because again, it's kind of one of those like weird ones. The puck was put down low. Now they're just looking to get it to number 22 here, right? That's all they're trying to do. The puck bounces off the boards funny, and Jarry misreads it. It goes in front of the net, and it's just Lawson Krause. He's in a high danger spot, inner slot. He beats Jarry past the glove. We'll watch it one more time. Again, it was just an awkward bounce. But again, that happens. We'll call it the home ice advantage bounce for Utah. And Krause got into an area. Nobody could react in time, and that's a tough one to react for your goalie. Connor McDavid then scores just 8 seconds later off the faceoff, wins it back. Bouchard to Ekholm. He'll play it up the middle of the ice. McDavid splits the defense, and then he chips it over the glove of Vejmelka. McDavid's 400th career National Hockey League goal. 400th goal for McDavid. Love to see that. Also, Nugent Hopkins on Jack Roslovic's goal in the first period. That was Nugent Hopkins' 800th career goal. So congrats to the milestones for each of them. 800 points for Nugent Hopkins, 400 goals for McDavid. And then Roslovic makes it 4-2 Edmonton with just under 5 minutes to play in the period. Let's just watch this pass. Watch Bouchard get this puck, and he makes the outlet pass all the way up the ice. An absolute dart to the tape of Hyman. Spins, backhand, off the bar, and then Roslovic just shoves it towards the net, and it goes through the 5-hole. Again, it's an ugly goal on Vejmelka. He probably wants 2 or 3 of the goals that have beaten him tonight. But happy to see the Oilers on the other end of one of these so far, right? A lot of hockey we played. There's still 20 minutes to go. We'll take a look at the expected goals in the game. The Oilers do have the edge here in the expected goals for department. In all situations, 1.45 to 1.18. So Tristan Jarry is at a negative goal save above expected right now. But again, the first goal was super fluky. The Oilers have given up 10 total shots on goal here, which is fantastic. Faceoffs are slightly in favor of Utah. Power plays, Utah is 1 for 1. The Oilers have not had a power play tonight. Block shots, the Oilers have blocked 19 shots. Nice to see them. That commitment to getting in front of pucks. Love to see that. Giveaways, 10-8 Utah, and then takeaways 3-3. And then the box score, we'll take a look at the time on ice tonight. Jones has played 5:11, Jarventi 5:46. Podkolzin actually leads all forwards in time on ice. He's played 12:28. So that's interesting. I don't know if he got caught out on a shift at one point or not, but not often you see Podkolzin leading the way. This is pretty even. Look at the forwards. Look at other than the fourth line, look how close all these Dickinson, Hyman, Kapanen, Rosvik, Nuge, Savoy, McDavid, and Podkolzin are all within a minute of each other in time on ice, or about a minute and a half. That is what you call utilizing every single line. That is trusting your players, right? And I like to see that from the group. It's a good bounce back game for McDavid and Nuge today. That's also huge for the team. Defenseman, Bouchard has 3 assists, a +3 rating, 14:57 time on ice. So that's also good to see. Good to see, folks. Good to see. We'll head to the Be Right Back screen. I am going to take a 10-minute break. I appreciate you all tuning in. As always, your support means the world. Hit that like button, and then we'll see you before the start of the third period. Grab a beverage, grab a snack as the Oilers look to lock things down here in the third period. Only 10 shots on goal given up. Someone joked that the Oilers would have to do what happened to the Rangers the other night. The Rangers against Ottawa last night only had 9 shots on goal. So the fact that someone made a joke about Edmonton keeping a team to 9 shots and they've only given up 10 after 2 periods, that's fantastic. The effort tonight for Edmonton is solid. They got 20 more minutes. They got to lock things down for 20 minutes. Let's see if they can do it. We'll see you soon. Enjoy Chair. If you're a member of the channel, in any of the tiers of being a member, you can spam the Chair emote if you want. I know how much the fans love the Chair, so enjoy. I'll be back in about 5 or 10 minutes. All right. I'm here to ruin everyone's night. Nobody gets chair anymore. You get me. You're stuck with me. I hope that's okay. Anthony. I'm so out of pocket. Favorite beverage? What kind of beverage? Blue Moon's my favorite beer, yeah. But unfortunately, well, okay, not unfortunately. I have to drink non-alcoholic beers from now on. So non-alcoholic Blue Moon's actually pretty good. I do like when I could drink actual alcohol, Blue Moon was my go-to. Loved it. I plead the fifth, Falcon. I do not smoke. I do not smoke. Hey, what's going on, Midnight? From Columbus. Hey, there you go. Columbus Blue Jackets fan. That's awesome. Hey, Columbus, second place in the Metro now. That's exciting. I've always had a soft spot for the Columbus Blue Jackets. I'd love to see them go on a run this year. Welcome back, noob. Is Utah getting oiled up? I don't even know how to answer these questions sometimes. It was just a health decision. My healthcare team and I made a health decision for me to not touch alcohol. Exactly. Don't drink and drive. Don't ever do that. Someone said I have six-pack abs. No, I do not. Yeah. Once you guys brought in Rick Bonus, oh boy, Columbus has been on an absolute tear, man. That's super exciting. I hope they can keep it up. Like, legit. Better for you, Austin. Yeah, exactly. It is better for me. But I have stated that if the Oilers do win a Stanley Cup, I will pop out the champagne. I will make an exception for a Stanley Cup victory. No alcohol at all until this team wins a Stanley Cup. Or the Blue Jays win a World Series. One of them. I'll take either at this point. Hey, what's going on, Red Wings fan? You'll get a tattoo. Hey, there you go. Hey, what's going on, Promised Land? How are you? You don't drink, but you join me on that one. It doesn't even have to be a lot, right? Just pop. The sound of that champagne bottle popping is just, while we're celebrating all of us together, man, would just like, that's the dream. Jarry for Vesna. Vegas and San Jose lost. That is huge. I did see the Kings. It was 2-2 in the third last time I checked in the Kings. And yeah, the LA Kings overtime merchants, man. They're going to overtime again is what it looks like. What's going on, Rowan? Jets fan. There you go. That's fun. Yeah, Vanacek is in net for Utah now. They have put Vanacek in the net. They've taken Vejmelka out. Vejmelka has been pulled from the crease for Utah. As Utah's looking for a spark here, Vejmelka gave up 4 goals on 15 shots. Played too much goalie. Red Wings have faded at the worst time. Could miss the playoffs. I'm concerned. Yeah, they lost to Ottawa tonight, right? That's a tough one. It's been a while since Detroit's been in the playoffs, right? Favorite song? Fade to Black by Metallica is up there. Dust Sign Fairy Tale by The Killers is also up there. Those are probably my 2 favorite songs of all time. Fade to Black, I think, is my number 1 favorite song ever. All right, so let's see how the Oilers, are they going to continue to play shutdown defense in the third? Are they going to try and push for more offense? And how does Utah respond down 2 as they get in on the forecheck? Here's a shot towards the Oilers' goal, and that goes high and over the net, and that'll be sent all the way down the ice. Vanacek out of his crease. He'll leave that for his defenseman. Last time he made the playoffs was 2014. I think you meant to put 2014-15, right? I feel like Detroit's been in the playoffs much later than 2005. I love Metallica. I think the Killers are my favorite band, but Metallica's like a close second. I love the Killers, dude. I was going to say, I think they meant to put 2014-15. Am I weird for liking? Why would you be weird? Oh, here's Schmaltz off the rush. He's a shot, and that goes off the post, and the Oilers have taken a penalty. Schmaltz came in on the right side, and Jarry's been beaten a couple times, but that post has helped him out a lot. But Utah is about to get a power play here. Tend to get migraines. I'd join you for the champagne. Let's do it. I will make a trip to Edmonton if they win the Stanley. I will be part of that parade. I will be part of the celebrations. It would just be so much fun. From a Predators fan, we are surging. Nashville's been going nuts lately. They didn't do a whole lot at the deadline. A lot of people thought they were going to sell a lot of pieces. They were asked why they didn't move Stamkos, and they said, well, we need his 34 goals in the lineup, and Nashville is proving some doubters wrong right now. That's pretty cool. Good for Nashville. Def Leppard and AC/DC. There you go. So the Oilers need a big kill here. They need a massive, massive penalty kill. Utah looking to set up. Here come the Mammoth. Lawson Krause on the backhand. Puck bouncing around. It was knocked loose out of the air, and Edmonton will send that down the ice. I'm having spaghetti. Hey, there you go. Spaghetti's top tier. Top tier pasta. Argue with the wall. Hey, no worries, Liam. No worries. Here's play at the blue line. Utah couldn't bring it in. Offside. The Oilers doing a good job, not really allowing Utah to set up yet on this power play. How do I feel about the Oil heading into the postseason? Shown cracks all year. I just can't doubt them for the life of me. Well, I mean, you've had that experience watching Florida go up against them 2 years in a row, right? As a Panthers fan. So I'm not nearly as confident. Like last year, I had a decent amount of confidence last season. This season is completely different. The cracks that they've shown have been like way too big. Like these are massive cracks. And unless can they turn it up? Maybe. It's tough to doubt a team with McDavid and Draisaitl, but I'm not nearly as high on them as I was last year. Here's a play in the middle. Keller looking to make a play. Keller with a shot. Good blocker by Jarry, and that's a great job by Jarry. He hit that off his blocker, and that ended up leaving the zone, so love to see that. Utah bring it back in. Dropped for Cooley. Cooley into the middle. Here's Dursey to Keller, and that's a misplay again by Utah as that's sent down the ice. And Vanacek, he'll give that puck to Dursey. Hey, we hit 100 likes. Let's go. If you have not hit the like button yet on this stream, make sure you hit the like button. Goes a long way in supporting the channel. It's the best way to support the channel that is free. So a good penalty kill for Edmonton. They hold Utah to just, I think, one shot on net. Here's Stenlin on his backhand. Centers it out in front. Nice job by Emberson. Doesn't allow the shot there. So that was a nice job. Here's Dursey. He'll play it into the middle to Kerfoot. To Dursey with a one-timer off a leg. Puck's bouncing around. And a nice job by Emberson again. Holding his man to the outside. Emberson has done a great job boxing guys out since he's come back into the lineup. I think they really did miss Emberson. No offense to Spencer Stastny, but I like what Emberson brings to this lineup. Leon is also my favorite Oiler, Rowan. Puck off the half wall. Utah looking to move it out of the zone here. Off the half wall, Ekholm plays it up the left wing to Roslovic. That looked offside, but Roslovic will play it to Ekholm with a one-timer and a save by Vanacek. And here comes Peterka, loses it. Good job by Podkolzin to try and come up with it. Bouchard to Ekholm. Bouchard has had 3 assists in this game, and he's a +3. He's had a great night tonight. We are in trouble, can't win games. Yeah, the Capitals are struggling. They're struggling right now. But again, they sold at the deadline, right? When you trade guys like John Carlson, that's a pretty big loss to try and overcome. And with how stacked the East has been this season, that's a tough one. Plan the parade? No. No, we are far from that right now. I just want this team to show that they can win 3 in a row. Show us that you can win 3 in a row, and maybe we'll start talking about playoff success. But this team has won 3 in a row just one time this season. Perfect time for a Henrique goal. I agree. The fans, I'll get 10 gifted memberships if Henrique scores a goal. Has not scored since October 23rd. Hey, sounds good, Cash. We'll see you Thursday as the Oilers will take on Vegas. Divisional matchup. That's going to be a tough one. I will be live for that game on Thursday as well, by the way. So if you want to tune in to another live stream, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. After this game, I will have a fan reaction as well. I do upload fan reactions on every game day, pregame reports, and I try and live stream as much as I can. Once the playoffs start, it is a live stream for literally every single game. Regular season, I try and stream as many as I can. It's obviously not every game. I want a 5-game win streak. I would like that too. Right now, I'm just asking for 3 and see what happens. Could finish first. Hey, what's going on, Sabres fan? The Sabres, man, they're on another level. Buffalo, they've won, 32 of their last 40 games? No team has done that since the 95-96 Detroit Red Wings, who went on to win the Stanley Cup, by the way. Full of Hall of Famers. Also, I'm starting to lose my voice here. Throat's getting a little scratchy. So I've been drinking so much water on this stream. One game at a time. Yeah, one game at a time. Puck battle in the Oilers zone. Nugent Hopkins fights for it with Bouchard, not against Bouchard. And here's Roslovic. He'll skate it out of trouble. Jack Roslovic to Hyman. Hyman on his backhand. Backhanded towards the goal. Outside of the net. Hyman plays it to Murphy with a shot. Rebound in front. Picked up by Hyman. Can't get it towards the goal. Good shift here by the Roslovic, Hyman, Nugent Hopkins line again. Here's a one-timer by Nuge. And Vanacek might have got a piece of that. Nugent Hopkins to Hyman, and this line again on the forecheck. Puck sent to Murphy at the point, can't keep it alive. Oilers have to tag up here. Henrique for janitor. Utah sends puck down the ice. That's going to come to Tristan Jarry, so not icing. Evan Bouchard up the middle. And Connor McDavid, he's going to chase after it. Potential 2-on-1 building. No, he had to spin away from a check. He had Savoy cutting to the net there. Couldn't get the pass to him, though. Here's Podkolzin, sends the puck in. Oh, and here's Savoy. Turnover. Almost poked that into the net. Podkolzin will play it back to Ekholm. Here's Bouchard to McDavid. McDavid spins away from a check. McDavid now. Looking for a lane. He'll send it to Bouchard. Bouchard to Ekholm. One-timer. That goes wide of the net. Podkolzin keeps it alive, and the Oilers doing a good job keeping this puck in the Utah zone. Oh, man. Big hit thrown on Ekholm. Wow. That was a big hit there by Carcone. Here's McDavid now. He'll send it to Bouchard. Bouchard with a shot, and that goes off of a leg in front. Krause paid the price. Bouchard with the puck again. He'll give it to Podkolzin as the Oilers continue to work this puck around. Puck sent across. Carcone, he'll backhand it, and he'll look for a change. Good job. Good shift by the Oilers. I did. Yeah, they swapped at the start of the period. Vanacek went in for Vejmelka. Since my Canucks are eliminated, it's been miserable. Hopefully Vancouver wins the draft lottery. You get a really good player. And hopefully your team can figure out how to start a proper rebuild here. But winning the draft lottery would go a long way for the Canucks, I think. I think there are good pieces to that team. And there are some players that just haven't worked out the way I think they thought they would. Guys like Jake DeBrusk, obviously, little streaky, can't produce a 5-on-5 this season. Puck behind the Oilers net. Jake Wallman will play it into the middle. Jarventi now on the forehand. He'll just put it off the glass and send it into the Utah zone. Nice, smart play by Jarventi. Just kill the clock, right? If you don't got to play, send it in deep. Go for a change. Oilers almost stole that. And on transition, though, Schmaltz will bring it in the Oilers zone. Schmaltz backhands it in deep. Murphy will cut off the passing lane against Yamamoto. Down low, puck just out of the reach of Nurse. Szymanski plays it back to Darnell Nurse now. Nurse up the ice to Dickinson. Kapanen spins away from a check. He'll play it to Darnell Nurse, and he'll just clap it up off the glass. Dickinson one-on-one here against Schmidt. Dickinson around. Nice job by Murphy getting the cycle started for the Oilers. Here is Dickinson behind the Utah net. Kapanen brings it out front across the ice, picked up by Hyman. Here's Hyman in front, looking for Dickinson. He's hauled down. No call. I'm surprised there wasn't a tripping or a hooking call there. Nice job by Hyman keeping the play alive for a moment, but Utah does do a good job getting out. The Oilers have been relentless on the forecheck. They're not allowing Utah any space right now to attack on transition. The Oilers have done a good job forechecking. They've done a good job keeping the puck in deep. This effort from Edmonton tonight is fantastic. This is a very, very solid effort so far. Here's Nugent Hopkins now. Picks up the puck again. Here's a shot by Emberson, and that's stopped by Vanacek as the Oilers get to their 22nd shot of the game. Utah sitting at 15 as we'll have a commercial break. I saw that they're increasing ticket prices for season ticket holders. I saw that. I think that is completely out of touch, especially for a team that's about to finish likely near or if not dead last in the NHL this season. I think what ownership is doing is horrible with the Canucks. Aquilini, that's his name, right? Terrible. Completely out of touch with reality. And the fans, yeah, absolutely. They should protest. They should cancel their season tickets. Absolutely. Making Leon proud. This is a strong effort up and down the lineup. I have zero complaints about this game for Edmonton so far. Yeah, exactly. Jarry's made the saves he's supposed to. The 2 goals that have beaten him, can't fault him for either, if I'm going to be honest. $6. That's savage, Everett. That's savage. They could be. It's just about that consistency, right? Because we've seen this type of effort earlier in the year where, like, they'll play a really solid game. Defensively, they look great. Offensively, they can produce. And then the next game, they lose like 5-1. And it's like, well, I don't know what this team is. So I just want to see some consistency. I want to see this team with this type of effort show up every single night. Yeah, I agree, Floppa. That is a great way to put it. Apologies for the language, but I am just repeating what Floppa's saying. The give, I'll just call it the give a crap meter. The give a crap meter is at a 10. Watching Calgary versus LA right now. Is it still in overtime? It's 2-2 in the Anaheim game. Wow. 9,570 subscribers. We are just shooting towards 10,000 subs. I legitimately didn't think we would hit 10,000 subs this season. And if we did, I didn't think it would be until later in the playoffs. But the support on the channel from the fans, the way the channel has grown, the community, seriously, you're all the best. I cannot do what I do without all of your support. So thank you as always. I am humbled every single day by your support. Yeah, Anaheim's playing Vancouver right now. That game's 2-2. That's wild. Yeah, I appreciate that, Bubsy. The LA Kings are lame. They've had a tough year. Ken Holland masterclass with the Kings. Trading some decent players, bringing in Cody Ceci and Dumoulin. I don't think that those were the answers on defense, but Calgary won. Look at that. Yeah. Good for the Flames. Not good for their tanking. Isn't Calgary supposed to try and get a high draft pick? Here's Connor McDavid. He has Savoy cutting to the middle. Savoy had to kick it up to his forehand. It goes into the corner. He'll play it back to Ekholm. Ekholm down low. Connor McDavid around the boards, and that's going to be cut off. But nice job by Podkolzin, and in on the forecheck, keeps it alive. Connor McDavid on his backhand. He's going to protect. McDavid's, he tried to move the puck to Ekholm, but he was checked off of it, and that's going to be sent up the ice by the Mammoth. Watching the Canucks at home is better. Yeah, well, 100%, right? Better for you as a fan, better for your wallet, and keeps the money out of the pocket of, I would say, one of the worst owners in the National Hockey League. You can see the vision. When Nurse and Wallman play decent, we have a chance of winning. I've liked Wallman's game a lot. Everyone tonight has simplified their game for Edmonton. Nobody's trying to do too much. Nobody's trying to make crazy plays. Nobody's being an individual. Literally everybody has been on top of it in the defensive zone, the neutral zone, and the offensive zone. This is a full team effort tonight, and I am loving this. Yeah, Fogle is someone I actually was kind of hoping the Oilers would try and trade back for, just because he does have experience in that bottom six. And I do think Fogle, he's had success with Ottawa. He's been scoring goals there. I think Fogle Fogle was unlucky this year. I think when he was on the ice in LA, the shooting percentage was like 3% or something. So it was a good buy low bet for Ottawa. Do we have a timeline for Freddie? I have not heard anything on Trent Frederick. I appreciate that, Dolo. Absolutely. Puck is sent down the ice by the Oilers. It is going to be icing. Okay, never mind. Icing on Edmonton, 7:22 to play. If we win all 11 games left, we would finish with 99 points. That's wild to think about. That no matter what, Edmonton cannot get to 101 points, which was what they had last season. How's Darnell Nurse's game? It's been good. Their game's been good. Hey, there you go, Emperor King. Darnell Nurse has had a very solid... I've liked Darnell Nurse's game tonight, too. Yeah, there was a puck that went off of him, but... Here's Wallman. He'll step out in front. Nice outlet up the ice. And here's Jack Roslovic. Oh, and he had a wide open net and he put it over the net. Oh, Jack Roslovic. Set play. Wallman sent the puck down the ice ahead of everyone. Roslovic got behind the defense. Puck came out in front. Vanacek went for the poke and missed. Oh, good defensive play. You know what? I thought Roslovic missed. Sergachev got a stick on that. Sergachev got a stick on that. They just showed the replay. That is an incredible defensive play by Sergachev. If Sergachev did not get his stick on that, wide open net. Roslovic would have had the hat trick. Hey, I appreciate that, Rosie. I appreciate that. What's up, Avalanche? Hope you're doing well. Hey, I'm doing great. I hope you're doing well as well. Colorado with a big win tonight against Pittsburgh, 6-2. Much better game against Pittsburgh this night than a few nights ago where Pittsburgh seemed like they could score on literally every shot they were taking. It was wild. That's what the fans have told me. Brett Kulak had a solid game for Colorado tonight. Trade back for... I think that ship has sailed. I think that ship has sailed. Now, Brett Kulak, when they did trade him, had been struggling with Edmonton. He wasn't really producing any points. His underlying metrics were not very solid. It's just because the Jarry trade hasn't worked out. There's a lot of scrutiny about it. I liked the Spencer Stastny pickup at the time, but Stastny hasn't really looked comfortable with the Oilers, but they're playing him on the right side all the time as a left shot. There just hasn't been a fit there, you know? A great pillow fight tonight. I even saw feathers. Did I get the mini sticks at McDonald's? And if so, what did you get? So I've only been to McDonald's once since they started the mini stick collection thing. I ordered the meal, got home and opened the bag, and I did not have a stick in the bag. They did not give me my mini stick, so I only went once and did not get a stick. And I'm very angry about it. We don't win the cup this year. Nah, I can't be a head coach. I'm too emotional. I'm too emotional as a coach. Puck sent in down low. Max Jones trying to come up with it. He's checked off the puck by Dursey. 6:43 to play here. As Utah hasn't really been able to get anything set up. They had a power play early in this period to get within one, but the Oilers' penalty kill was very solid. Puck sent up the ice, and that gets by Dursey, and that's probably going to be icing. Yeah, that is icing. 6:22 to go on Edmonton. Kings lost in the shootout. That's huge for Edmonton. That is one of those games in hand that the Kings had that they have wasted. Weren't able to get 2 points. I'm from the future. Oilers win 2 cups back-to-back starting next year, says Slush Puppy. You know what? Not this year. How far do they go this year, Slush Puppy? McDavid could put up 100 points with a mini stick. I like that. I was wondering, where was this Blues team the whole season? Yeah, the Blues have been great, right? They've been having a blast lately. But also, they had some major injuries earlier in the year. Like, Holloway missed a big chunk of the middle of the season, right? That doesn't help either when one of your top wingers is out. I know every team has injuries, but... And I think Binnington, too. If he had just had a solid start to his season, it would have been a little bit different. Binnington struggled a lot this year. Here's a puck to Weegar. Walks in. Blocked in front by Adam Henrique. Great job by Henrique getting in that shooting lane. Here's Gunther across. This is not good. You have the top line for Utah out against the fourth line for Edmonton. Keller across the ice. Sergachev trying to make a play, and Jones will just send that down. And look at Connor McDavid with speed. He's going to get by Gunther on his backhand. But Gunther does a good job just sending McDavid into the corner there. And Utah's actually going to send that all the way down the ice. That's going to be icing. Not a good icing by Utah. St. Louis, you've got a good core to build around. Young, fast, entertaining. I think if you shore up the defense a little bit, and if goaltending can kind of hold up, St. Louis should be around it next season, I think. What traded Oilers player do I miss the most? Honestly, most players that they've traded, I didn't have a huge love for. There's certain players that you trade that you're like, man, I liked that player, but here's a play in front. Evan Bouchard with a shot, and that's blocked. Probably, I don't know. That's a tough one. Here's Ekholm to Bouchard. Now, they didn't trade him, but I do miss Connor Brown a lot. I miss Brownie a lot. I loved Connor Brown, dude. Nice job by McDavid to Bouchard. Shot towards the goal, and that deflects just wide. The Oilers' top line doing a great job hemming in the Mammoth, and that's sent down the ice again by Utah. 4:48 to go. Tired bodies for the Mammoth. Corey Perry, he was asking for a little bit too much money, and with his age, I think the Oilers just wanted to try and be a little bit younger. Evander Kane, they needed to clear cap space. And I don't mind that. Kane has had an abysmal season with the Canucks this year. Vancouver literally tried to move Kane numerous times, and supposedly no team really wanted him. So, which is sad. I don't think Kane is the worst player ever or anything. I just think Evander Kane at this stage of his career just isn't as effective as he used to be. Historically, Ryan Smith. Yeah, dude, I was 12 years old when they traded Ryan Smith. 13 years old when they traded Smith. I was heartbroken. I literally, when I found out he was traded, because it was during the trade deadline, and the trade wasn't announced until after the deadline. When I found out, because my math teacher, he had the trade deadline coverage in his room on a smart board. I don't know if they still use those in schools. He had the live stream of the trade deadline up. When I saw that Ryan Smith had been announced traded to the Islanders, oh, here's a play in front. Nice job by Nugent Hopkins, short side, and a good save by Vanacek. I literally left my school that day. Here's Carconi with a shot, and that goes wide. When Smith was traded, I left school early. I just went home. I was too heartbroken. I think the Red Wings can turn it around. I think they might be in trouble. They don't have solid underlying metrics. But again, I don't know. They have good talent, but they're gonna need some goaltending performances, and they're gonna need to find a way to generate a bit more offense. They'll probably have Pickard back up for the playoffs because I would imagine Pickard might be up, but he'll be like one of the black aces, right? And with Tristan Jarry, you never know if he's going to get hurt again. Knock on wood that does not happen, obviously. A healthy Jarry that can perform well is obviously beneficial to the team. Hey, what's going on, Fatality? Pickard's the secret weapon. Do I think they'll pull? Utah will. Yeah, it's just Utah will definitely pull the goaltender. There's 3:42 left in the third. You have no choice. You're down by 2. You're trying to bank points right now. Braden Point's your favorite player, has 2 cups. I wouldn't hate a third. Of course not. Of course not. Jarry's been fine. Obviously, the rebound control can be a little bit scary still, but he hasn't really been he hasn't been tested a lot. And I don't really fault him. Well, the first goal, you don't fault him at all. There's nothing he could have done on that first goal. Sharon Govich accidentally scored. Oh, I'll have to take a look at the replay. That's funny. $116 likes on the stream. Yeah, smash the like button, folks. There's only 3:42 left. After this game is done, as soon as the final buzzer hits, I will have a post-game fan reaction uploaded here on the channel within about an hour or 2. I usually try and have, 2 hours at the absolute latest. Most fans tune in the next day, sometime in the morning for the fan reaction, but I do upload them same night. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Best fans on the planet. We are climbing towards 10,000 subscribers. Defensive zone face-off now. Yamamoto's going up against Connor McDavid. Dude, Szymanski, that's an all-timer first goal in the NHL, right? Puck will come across to Hyman. The Oilers have Hyman, Nuge, and McDavid out. Oh, man, they're going to call icing on that? I don't know, dude. Pickard's inevitable. Is this half dark Jarry? He's building up. He's building it up, right? He's building it up. What's going on, Coolistic? Oilers can beat the Sabres. Can they? Because Buffalo made Edmonton look silly 2 times this season. Gray Jarry. Yeah, I'm happy for the Buffalo Sabres, man. That's super exciting for them and their fans. As an Oilers fan, we experienced 10 years of darkness. Sabres fans have experienced 16 years of darkness, man. Like, no fan base deserves to go through that. All right, here's Peterka across the ice. Here's a shot and a good pad save by Tristan Jarry, the one-timer there by Cooley. And Utah, they're going to bring the puck up the ice here. Jarry on his backhand, trying to get it to Bouchard. Nice job by Yamamoto. He's tenacious on that forecheck. And here's Connor McDavid. McDavid trying to shove Cooley off of him. Here's Sergachev now. He's going to be pressured by Dickinson. Here's Sergachev. He'll find Gunther. Dylan Gunther with speed through the neutral zone across to Schmaltz into the middle. Here's Keller with a shot that goes wide. And that puck came off the boards. Funny, almost came to Podkolzin's stick. Yeah, Kyler Yamamoto, Oiler legend. Vegas is struggling too. Vegas earlier in the year, they were struggling with goaltending. Now it looks like they're struggling just putting the puck in the net. Here's Schmaltz with the puck. Durzi across, one-timer by Keller, and a good save by Tristan Jarry. Puck sent up the ice. Nice job by Durzi to keep that in. How did he keep that in? Wow. Here's Podkolzin into Keller. And Utah will bring the puck back in. Schmaltz with the net empty. I should add the empty net here. Here's Durzi to Schmaltz. Schmaltz trying to get the puck on net. Can't grab it. Keller with it. Keller, he'll send it to Durzi. One-timer by Gunther and a good save by Tristan Jarry with 1:44 to go here in the third. And there's some rough stuff after the whistle here. Darnell Nurse is getting involved. And Connor Murphy. So a couple good saves by Jarry with the net empty for Utah. Good one-timer save. He was square to the shooter, and he corralled that rebound, which is nice to see. This is a solid effort right now from the whole team, including Jarry. There's a minute 44 to go here in the third. Utah does not have a timeout, by the way. Utah does not have a timeout. They took it in the second period when Edmonton was kind of all over them for a bit, scoring quickly. So Utah, they're going to have to think of something on the fly. Another face-off. Henrique's out there. Oh, boy. Does Henrique get a goal? Dickinson's out there. Sorry, I thought that was Henrique. It's Dickinson off the draw. Loses it. Gunther with it. He'll put it in down low along the half wall. McDavid trying to grab it. Dickinson pokes it forward. Trying to find Hyman there. And Sergachev, he'll come up with possession. Cooley behind his net. McDavid applying pressure. Now here comes Cooley. Cooley brings it up the ice. Sent in by Keller. Cooley chases after it. Here's Bouchard to Ekholm. And that's going to be shot all the way down the ice. And that's going to be icing on Edmonton with 1:05 to go here in the third. Vancouver tied the game. That's wild, dude. That's wild. The Vancouver is hanging in there with Anaheim right now. Vancouver could upset Anaheim tonight. That would be fantastic. All right, defensive zone face-off for the Oilers. They just iced it. So Utah, they do not have a timeout. There's only 1:05 left here. So the Oilers just got to just remain positionally sound. Here's Bouchard just trying to flip it up the ice. Puck sent towards the net by Hyman. That goes off a skate. And puck is going to be sent in deep. Dylan Gunther is going to beat the icing. Tried to shovel it towards the goal, and Bouchard up the boards. Kept in by Sergachev. Into the corner, Nugent Hopkins will just send that down the ice. And is that going to be icing again on Edmonton with 35 seconds to go? So 35.3 seconds to go in the third period. The Oilers with a 4-2 lead. Shots 25-18. Another defensive zone face-off here for Edmonton. Here's McDavid against McBain. Off the draw. It's going to come to Zach Hyman, and he'll just flip it high and down the ice. That's not going to be icy. Nugent Hopkins applying pressure on Sergachev. And as long as the Oilers just play positional here, they should come away with the win. Utah trying to make a play up the ice. Sergachev into the middle. It's going to bounce into the corner. Bouchard chases after it. Around. Kept alive by Durzi. Plays it back to the point. And here's Connor McDavid with speed. And he's going to put it into the empty net. 5-2 for the Oilers. Connor McDavid, I don't know how he has that much energy to just blow by a defenseman. He had been on the ice for like a minute and a half, and he still has that much energy. Big win for the Edmonton Oilers tonight. That is absolutely massive for Edmonton. And here's No Clue with the 5 gifted memberships. Blue Snake, Jake, Floppa, Liam, Real Maple, and Jeff getting the gifted memberships. Nice way to hit all but one of my bets. Hey, there you go, Mistaken Mexican. There you go. Did you win any money? So, yeah, 1,200 points for Connor McDavid. 54th player in NHL history to hit 1,200 1,200 points as the Oilers finish this one off and they win 5-2. There's McDavid having a laugh with the trainer there. 1,200 points for Connor McDavid, folks. One of the greatest to ever play this game. Still has a lot of hockey left in him and hopefully another deep playoff run here. But the Oilers tonight, a massive, massive win. A full team effort beginning to end. Beginning to end. But thank you so much for the gifted memberships. No clue. Truly appreciate that. Smash that like button, folks. Smash that like button before you head out of here. That was a fantastic win. One of the best games that this team has played all season. Made a good chunk off that. Savoy to score and a parlay for McDavid, 1 goal and Oilers to. Hey, there you go. Look at that. That's awesome. You were right on the money on pretty much all of it. Great comeback game after the Lightning game. It's a much better effort. Top to bottom in the lineup tonight, everyone was ready to go right from puck drop. Probably not. Jarry made 16 saves. We'll save the dark Jarry picture for another time. But yeah, Rozovic had 2 goals. Over 25 saves. Yeah, the Oilers defensively, they just were like, nope, we're not giving up. We're not giving up a lot of shots tonight. I mean, Utah's a good team. Utah's actually one of the best teams at 5-on-5 this season. So we are going to end things here, folks. Hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're not yet subscribed. I will have a post-game fan reaction up within the next hour or two. Hopefully it's not up close. It'll be closer to 11 than midnight, but it could be after 11. Might be, I don't know. Sometimes YouTube takes a while to process videos, but I'm going to record the fan reaction to everyone that tuned in tonight. Thank you all so much. And I do have to give a special shout out. We had some donations tonight. We also had some gifted memberships. So we had if this chat summary could go away, please. How do you get the chat summary to go away? Oh my God. Human Notes became a member for 12 months. You had Bingus with the $2 super chat, Mesmer with the $6.99, 8-Bit Tacos with the $1.99, Mobist with the $10. They said if McDavid, did I miss this $10 super chat? I am so sorry. I did miss the $10 super chat, I think. Project All In with the $1.99, and then No Clue with the 5 gifted memberships. I'm really sorry, Nest. I did not think I missed that. I do apologize sincerely. Thank you all so much for the best stream, the best fan base, the best community, the best channel here on YouTube. And we'll go from there. We will go from there, folks. We'll end that poll. Most of you said Edmonton would win the Pacific Division. I forgot I even had that poll up, so that's hilarious. All right. Let's go, Oilers. Have a great night. We'll see you very soon. So take care. Love all of you. Tell someone you love them. And as always, fight like a kid. Fight like Ben. Let's go, Oilers. That's a big win tonight. Huge win.